What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Toll Podcast. Today, we got a live stream yard style, and guess what? A call in because I want to hear from you guys. I was upset. Y'all were upset. We gonna talk about it. Let's get to the intro.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Like I said, the Eagles lost to the Cowboys 34 to 20. I'm 34 to 40. How do I say 20? They put up a 40 burger on us. I was upset. Y'all saw me in the live stream. Make sure y'all can hear me. I want to make sure my mic is good. Mic is plugged in. Please let me know before we keep going. But I'm going to drop the link shortly so y'all can let me know how y'all feel because did it really matter? Am I upset? Yeah, it was Christmas Eve. We were in the game until the very end. Gardner Minshew played very well besides the mistakes. The Eagles, in itself on the offensive side, they went up and down the field on the Cowboys. But the mistakes were too big to overcome. You turn the ball over 4 times in the National Football League, you are going to lose. Darius Slay was so pissed that the 3rd and 30 was converted. I was upset. First of all, 3rd and 10, don't like it. 3rd and 15, don't like it. 3rd and 30? Really? Are we really going to sit back and watch a 3rd and 30 be completed on a defense that is it's normally called a no-fly zone? Blame it on Slay, blame it on Josiah Scott, blame it on whatever you want. There's no reason a 3rd and 30 should be converted against any team. The worst defense in the world should be able to stop a 3rd and 30. Simple as that. I'm going to have to drink a beer just to get through this stream because it was disgusting. Now, again, I'm going to drop the link. I really want to hear from y'all. I did so much talking yesterday. It's y'all turn. No Christmas hat on today. First of all, let me just say this. Merry Christmas, Eagle Nation. Everybody in the chat, Merry Christmas. Hopefully you're doing well with the fam, whether you got kids, whether you got a significant other, husband, wife. Hopefully you just living it up on Christmas. Enjoy your time. I'm going to be chilling after this, but I was upset. Y'all must be upset too. In the grand scheme of things, does this stop us from getting to the Super Bowl? No. Does this mean the Cowboys are better than us? No. Did they play a good game? Yes. Credit them that. We can win against the Giants or Saints and we still wrap up the number 1 seed in the NFC, which has been on all our Christmas lists since the beginning of the season. Now, I'm going to drop this link. I don't want to take your time too much because I really need to hear from y'all. Do not be shy. If you don't want to be on camera, well, then you can just talk and you don't got to put your camera on. But I need to hear from y'all, whether it's at your computer, at your phone. I need to hear from Eagle Nation for sure, because I just want to get the pulse. I want to get the pulse. Shout out to my guy, Rex Cuddy, with the $5 super chat. Keep it a bean. Slay got cooked by Scary Terry, and he wasn't trying to shadow Lamb. We need to draft a CB in round 1. I've seen enough. He be 32 next year too. We definitely. I'm not going to say that he's been playing bad this season. He made a Pro Bowl for a reason. He had sticky coverage for the majority of the games. Did he get cooked by Scary Terry? Yes. Did I like how he pointed fingers on the cover 2 scheme with Josiah Scott? No. But regardless of Slay's playing good or bad, we definitely got to draft a defensive back because we don't know what's going to happen with Bradbury. And Slay we only going to have him for 1 more year at that, and he is 32. So we got to get the future corners in here with the 1st-round pick of the Philadelphia Eagles, with the 1st-round pick of the New Orleans Saints. Whether we stay there, trade back, do what we got to do, a cornerback has to be taken in the first 2 rounds, 1 or 2 with your 1st round or your 2nd round pick, with one of your 1st or your 2nd round pick, you need to go ahead and secure that corner's position for 1,000,000,000%. I agree with you on that, Rex. Shout out to you for the super chat. Let's drop the link in the chat. Remember, all you got to do is click the link It will tell you to put your camera on, your mic on. It's as simple as click, 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 and you'll be up in here. I got to hear from Eagle Nation after this 34-40 loss. Shout out to Rex Cuddy with another $5 super chat. Appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that like button. The like button is free. We should have about 80 likes up in here with 160 people in here. He said, bro, it's about respect at this point. Lamb is frying you. You're supposed to go to the coach and demand he's yours as an all-pro corner. That rubbed me the wrong way. Hey, Rex, I don't know if you were in the play-by-play that I did yesterday, but I spoke on that. I said, I don't care. Somebody got to say something, whether it's Darius Slay coming through and saying he needs to guard Lamb the rest of the game, or it's the coach realizing Lamb is cooking us. He's frying us. Lamb had a $120, 10 catches for a $120. That is unacceptable. I agree 100% with you. I said it in the live play-by-play multiple times. Darius Slay in his career has played in the slot. When you play against the number one wide receiver and you shadow him, which he's done throughout his career, what you do is you follow him wherever he goes. If he's in the backfield, you line up against him and watch him come out the backfield. If he leaves the game, you leave the game. You follow this man to the ends of the earth. And if I'm Slay, if I'm Jonathan Gannon, and I'm getting fried, I'm definitely making that move. Slay, go do your thing. Go do your all-pro cornerback stuff. I agree 100% with you, Rex. That was what should have happened. No ifs, and or buts. It didn't. He cooked us. But the 3rd and 30, T.Y. Hilton, every time I say that, I'm going to get a little upset. I'm going to get upset. 3rd and 30. Let's get the first person in here. Shout out to my guy. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing as good as I can after an Eagles loss. We haven't had many of them this year. You know what I mean? But I'm doing pretty good. How you feel about the loss in its totality?
After looking over the game and going over the loss in my head the past, couple of hours, I mean, a loss definitely hurts in any conjuncture like that. But I think in this loss, we still have a chance to clinch next week with a victory over the Saints, so we didn't lose out on that. A couple of guys did get injured, but we should be able to, hopefully get them back this upcoming week. Again, I think Minshew played very well. And as far as the defense is concerned, my personal opinion is that I get it. Like Slay got beat on that play for the 3rd and 30 or whatever it was, but in that coverage, I know Josiah Scott recognized it late, so he did try to come over and make the play, but it was just a very good throw by Dak. And sometimes you get beat when you don't expect the play to happen. And even though our defense let up that play, I still think we're one of the better defenses in the league because we still got 6 sacks on Dak, and the offensive line played really well. That's one bright spot in this game. Because even with, Lane Johnson going out, Dallas did not get a sack on us at all that entire game. And they tried. They tried to blitz Gardner heavy in some situations. And it was good to see, especially some of these young guys that haven't really, proven a whole lot as of yet in their careers to come in and, be able to do that was a positive. But I think we'll get right next week against the Saints. And whether Jalen plays or not, I think we're going to do good and be able to lock up the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Speaking on Avonte Maddox, chat or you, let me know. I don't know his status, but I know that Lane's was an abdominal groin injury. He's getting an MRI to see what actually is going on there. Again, if it's me, I'm holding out Avonte Maddox. I'm holding out Lane Johnson. Anybody that's nicked up is not touching the field into the playoffs. That's just my point of view because, again, as you said, we can get the job done against the Saints or the Giants with half these Eagles playing, and it only takes one more win, and we accomplished the goal we wanted to accomplish.
Yeah, pretty much. And again, it's like after every loss this year, I mean, we've only had 2 so far. So going after the Washington loss, we went on a 5-game winning streak. After this loss, we just need a 1 more game winning streak, and we'll be good to go. So,
hey, I appreciate your input. Shout out to you for joining the show. Great stuff. Like I said, I'm glad that the first caller was level-headed because, again, I got mixed emotions just because it's the Cowboys. I hate that team with a passion, but
definitely
everything is still in front of us, and I like how you came on and spoke about that.
Definitely. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Thank you. You as well.
Shout out to my guy, Rex Cuddy with another $5 super chat, the third of the day. He said, Diggs followed AJ. It's no excuse. If CJ Garner-Johnson was there, I guarantee you he would have left the safety spot and got in the slot with Lamb. CJ ain't going for that. Yes, CJ would be a guy that would go right to Gannon and be like, listen, I need to get on Lamb. Stop playing with me. He definitely got that dog in him. And I love to say that about Slay, and I've seen it in the past, but last night, yesterday, didn't see it at all. I agree with you. When it comes to just GP respect, you got to go ahead and do that, Slay. You got to do that. Shout out to my guy, Rex. Let's bring in Anthony. What's up with you, Ant?
What's going on, Philly Mike? How you doing?
I'm chilling. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get the pulse of Eagle Nation.
I feel you. Look, that Dallas came out and they played their best game for sure. We had no answer for CeeDee Lamb in the slot after Maddox went out and Dak Prescott he walked us up and down the field. JG had no answer, and I mean, all things considered, we still had opportunities to win, but we just made turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, how do you expect to win with 4 turnovers? And they were crucial. Like, listen, the turnovers came at the wrong time. Miles Sanders' fumble was really unfortunate. But again, like, I still, as much as I look at the turnovers, I just can't get over the 3rd and 30. That's just something that shouldn't be completed in the NFL. I mean, listen, at this point, I wouldn't have been mad to see Jim Schwartz's sticks defense at this point. Just bring back the sticks.
You're bringing back bad memories, man. Honestly, though, that 3rd and 30 was unacceptable. That does not happen. We got to clean it up. If we want to go deep and do what we want to do, we got to clean that stuff up, because we're not getting away with that playing like the 49ers or the Vikings. It's just not going to happen.
So let me ask you, right now, sitting after this loss, does that make you more scared to play the Cowboys in the playoffs, or do you think it was a perfect storm in the sense that Cowboys played one of their best games, we had some turnovers, and it won't be like that the same way? And I credit the Cowboys offense. Dak Prescott, that was his best game. He's wheeling and dealing. But does this make you more scared to play the Cowboys possibly in the playoffs, or do you still feel like I'm ready for the rematch?
Yeah, I'm ready for the rematch. I mean, yeah, they, like you said, they came out, they played their best game. We're without Jalen. That's clear as day. Obviously, the team, it looked completely different. The Micah Parsons comment about is it the system or is it Hurts? That is shot down. It's obviously Hurts, because I mean, Minshew, in the pressure moments, he looked erratic at times. So when Jalen Hurts comes back, I have absolutely no worry about Dallas. If he was playing last night, I have no doubt in my mind that we would have locked it all up in Dallas. So I'm not really too concerned. I just want him back healthy, and we just got to get one. That's really it.
Just got to get one. That's the goal, man. I appreciate you, Anthony. And listen, Eagle Nation, go check out what's your YouTube channel again? What's it called? Go check him out. He talks all sports. I mean, all NFL, but he always stays with the Eagles as the main topic. But he talks all NFL, does pregame, postgame stuff. But go ahead and tell us what it is.
So you can catch me and my guy Kyle at the Day One Podcast on YouTube, also on TikTok and Twitter. So we're trying to do our thing over there. Appreciate you.
No problem. Listen, the Day One Podcast, go sub it up. We need to get him over. Where you at?
We at 15 right now. We just started, but we're gonna do them numbers for sure.
We definitely gonna get it. We listen, by the end of Christmas, he gotta be over 100 subscribers. Philly Mike sending them. We got 232 in here. I need half of y'all to go ahead and get Day One Podcast. You can do it now. You can just hold up and wait a minute. Remember, Day One Podcast, search it in the search bar. You'll see this great man's face, and go ahead and sub that up. I appreciate you, bro.
Thanks, Philly Mike. Merry Christmas.
You too, bro. Shout out to Rex Cuddy, been dropping super chats all day. This is number 4, $5 banger. He said if Quez iffy to getting out muscled. Quez was iffy too, getting out muscled twice for interceptions. I'm not surprised by Smith play. He was a dog in the clutch. He needs 8 to 10 targets a game. He was spazzing. Listen, I like the profile picture. That was a big time catch. He had a couple toe drag swags for sure. Smitty's a dog. I said he was going to get over 99 yards. He got 100 plus yards. He's over 1K. So there was a little bright spot in Dallas. We did leave with 2 1K receivers on the season. That is a bright spot. But, it's hard to talk bright spots. And I agree. Quez, you can't get out muscle like that. You just can't. You can't. It's rough. It's rough out here right now. Shout out to my guy. Where you hiding? Where you hiding? Where you hiding?
How you doing today, Philly Mike? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too. I'm doing as good as I can with a loss to the Cowboys. How you feeling?
I'm feeling a little bit more calm than last night. Like, if you ask me, I really think, even though we had a backup, like they threw the kitchen at us, the entire kitchen at us, and they still almost lost. And Minshew, he did a good job, not a great job, but at the end of the day, we still had to take that L. So.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you're looking at it, if you're trying to figure out how you really should come away, again, losing the Cowboys is never fun. But to know that they played their best game and we had an opportunity. Again, I think our offense actually was good. Again, we went up and down the field on the Cowboys defense, but turnovers are turnovers. You lose a turnover battle, and most likely you're going to lose the game. And so Jalen Hurts probably don't turn the ball over like that, and things result differently. A couple times we got down to the inside the 20 and we got stalled. Could have Hurts got the touchdown? Possibly. But the way their defense was playing, Hurts, anybody was going to slice and dice them. But the way our defense got exposed a little bit in the sense of the passing game was a little worrisome. But again, like you said, they played their best game and they slipped out with a 6-point last second incompletion for the win. So, I'm going to hold my hat on that.
Vegas, and it didn't even meet the Vegas odds.
What was the Vegas odds at the end?
6.5, and they only won by 6.
Good. I hope a lot of Cowboy fans lost their money. So, hey, listen, I'm gonna take all the wins I can get. You know what I mean?
But really, a couple of things that kind of bothered me was the injuries to Maddox, Lane, and freaking Jordan Davis. I really thought that was unfortunate. And like you said about the turnovers, I really wish Lord Brunson brought up a good point last night. He should not be staring down the wide receivers. And Quez Watkins isn't going to outmuscle the defender on that guy. So basically just, learn from this and take it into the Saints game. Let's wrap up this division.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. I know Cowboy fans are going to say, yeah. You're just avoiding the loss. No, I'm taking it on the chin. Good game, Dallas. But we still got bigger aspirations than just a December win or loss. You know what I mean? Our aspirations is being number 1 in the NFC and having all the games come through Philly, because Cowboy fans will tell us that they don't care about being home, but they definitely were feeling the home presence in this game. You can see how momentum swung a couple times. The crowd was in it. They won't get that in the playoffs, though. If we play again, they coming in the cold Philly weather. But, hey, I appreciate you where you're hiding.
Hey, thank you, sir, for letting me on.
No problem. Merry Christmas, bro.
All right. You too, sir.
Let's go. Listen, all you got to do is click the link. Don't be afraid. Come through and talk your talk. What's going on, EC1?
Oh, man, that was brutal yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No cursing. But
I'm not gonna. Oh, I didn't curse. I said it was brutal.
No. I knew that, but look. Listen, I cursing.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Mind, you know what I mean? But go ahead and.
I did a lot of that yesterday for sure. No, I ain't going to curse. At the same time, like it was frustrating. We definitely could have won this game. There was a lot of mental mistakes that we got to clean up. The fumbling got to stop. I thought Gardner Minshew to me looked flustered in the pocket. I think if you had Jalen Hurts in this game, I don't think we would have this close game like we did before. And when you have elite receivers like Avonte Smith and AJ Brown, I mean, those guys were balling out yesterday, and they were helping the backup quarterback to, let's be real, I mean, his balls were kind of up in the air, and they were all the way, they were going up and getting those 50-50 balls. I mean, Avonte Smith going up and stretching his arms to go up and get a ball. I mean, those are playmakers. But I really have a problem with two things, or a couple things. Jonathan Gannon, again, his scheme is horrible. His scheme is horrible. Again, I mean, I've been saying all along the players are making him better. And I think his scheme is just he respects so many quarterbacks that should not be respected.
We did have six
And
sacks though.
yeah, yeah, we did. But at the same time, you got to be able to go in this game knowing that everything's on the line. You got to be able to find ways. If your front four is not getting there, you got to be able to either blitz or you got to be able to just bring some heat. You can't do
I
the
mean,
exact same things. And we did the exact same things. Dak Prescott is good against zone defense. And we play zone defense against a quarterback that's legit against zone defense, rips him apart. Explain to me why you play zone defense against a quarterback that's legit against zone defense. That doesn't
yeah,
make sense to me.
yeah, I definitely didn't like the fact that we were just. I couldn't stand just watching CeeDee Lamb go off and off and off. So I still think that something should have been adjusted there.
Yeah, I
And in
mean,
defense, I mean, you gave up 40 points. 40 points is 40 points. You can't do that.
no, I
If you
mean,
asked me before the game, if Gardner Minshew gets 34, do we win? I say yeah, 34 is enough. But they drop a 40 burger on us, and it was unfortunate for sure.
but there was some throws that Gardner Mitchell. I mean, what are you throwing at? I mean, the one to Quez Watkins, he had Quez Watkins wide open for a touchdown. He missed him, and I think if Jalen Hurts wouldn't have never missed that throw. There was a play where he was rolling out looking for, I guess, receiver, and he decides to throw it. I don't know what he was doing. He was throwing it in the out of bounds. Like, you know what I'm
Definitely,
saying? When there was a
there was
receiver wide open, Devontae Smith was wide open. If you look at the review, a lot of times Devontae Smith was wide open. He was missing them. I'm not saying Mitchell didn't play. He didn't play bad, but he didn't play his best. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And we really do need Jalen Hurts back. It just showed to me that the chemistry wasn't all the way there. I thought that Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, to me, misses Jalen Hurts tremendously. That receiving core is good when Jalen Hurts is there. Like, I'm telling you right now, Jalen Hurts makes that team go because he's that good of a quarterback. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
looking at Minshew's game real quick, just to let you to piggyback off what you're saying
Mhm.
is, yeah, he definitely didn't have his best game, but I think he played pretty well. But
He
there
played
was
pretty
things
well.
there was things in that could
Mhm.
have transpired differently if Jalen Hurts was there. I think some of them field goals can turn into touchdowns. I don't think the
Yeah.
interceptions are there because yes, you can say he threw 2 interceptions against Chicago, but again, he's still one of the best quarterbacks from touchdown to interception ratio. And so you say Jalen does throw 1 interception. If you get one of them back, the game's different. If you answer in the red zone one
Mhm.
more time, the game's different. So I agree with you there. Before I get you up out of here,
But I just want to say one more thing. My
go
fault. I don't
ahead.
need to cut you off. Josiah Scott got to go, bro. I'm tired of this dude. Every time he's on the field, he gives up big plays. I don't want to hear, oh, well, Gannon don't have anybody else. Listen, I would take anybody right now off the streets. I don't care. Josiah Scott absolutely stinks. He's horrible. Like, and you know what? I'm starting to think that Avonte Max is becoming injury prone. This is the second straight year he's been injured. Look at last year; he's missed time. This year, we just got him back, and now he's potentially has a broken toe. According to the reports, that's what they're saying. He has a broken
That's what
toe.
they said. I just thought it was turf
That's
toe.
that's that they're saying. I mean, that's what someone's saying. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure it's going to be bad because we always get bad news. You know what I'm saying with the injuries. You lose
Yeah.
Lane Johnson, you lose Avonte Max. Those are huge. You know what I'm saying? But it's like Josiah Scott cannot cover nobody, and like he's horrible. I don't know why he's on this roster. I'll take Mario Goodwich, put him out there, or one of those undrafted rookie cornerbacks, put them out there over Josiah Scott. He got to go. I'm tired of seeing him. Now, do I think he'll go? No, I don't, because Jonathan Gannon loves his players, and he's going to back him up. He's going to say wonderful things about this dude. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to say nothing bad about him because Eagle fans don't want to say anything bad about anybody. Even Quez Watkins, it's a debate. I think Quez Watkins is lazy with his route running. I don't like Quez Watkins' route running. Every time he runs a route, it's lazy. It's not he doesn't run it properly, and he waits for the ball to come to him rather than go to the ball. You got to go to the ball. You can't let the
I
ball come to you. And he waits on the football to come to him. And that's why there's always interceptions. They know exactly what Quez Watkins is going to do. You know what I'm saying? I wish he'd work on his route running. Go to the football. Help your quarterback out. When your quarterback's in trouble, help him out. He doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that we definitely got to work on. The defense, man, I mean, I've been sitting on long. Jonathan Gannon, I hope this is his last year. I really do. Because he's absolutely horrible. You give him so much talent, and this guy somehow loses a football game. You can give him the best talent in the world, and he still finds a way to lose. He's horrible. He's terrible. And you know what? At this point, I might take Jim Schwartz back over him. Because Jim Schwartz at least brought the blitz. This guy don't
hear you.
blitz. This guy don't blitz. And I know how bad Jim Schwartz, but Jim Schwartz will love this type of defense. He never had two shut down corners on each side. He never had a front four. Now, I hate Jim Schwartz too. But this guy is so bad. His coverage is horrible.
Hold on.
So that's my grief.
I hear you. Listen, I got one more question before I get you up out of here. Listen, how do you feel going forward? Do you still think that the Eagles are the best team in the NFC, or is this game making you more worried?
No. I think we're gonna be fine next week. Listen, next week versus Saints, you're gonna say, hey, EC1, what was all the complaining about Jonathan Gannon's defense? Look how good they look. We're gonna see that again. We're gonna see no worries. You know, so hopefully you get Chauncey Gardner Jr. back. I think that would help you huge if you get Chauncey Gardner Jr. back. You know what I'm saying? Because he means so much to this defense. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully,
to me, anybody who's banged up, I'm letting them rock until the playoffs. I'm not trying to risk no more injuries. If you got a headache today, take the game off. That's how I'm treating it.
Well, if you got a headache to the game, then you might have a concussion, and you definitely need to sit out. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, we got some other people we got to get in. I appreciate you. Always
definitely, man.
Always passion from you, my guy. I appreciate it.
Definitely, man. I appreciate for having me on, but it's a tough loss, man. I'm not having a good Christmas because of this game, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I woke up just angry out of my bed. So I appreciate y'all. Shout out to you, man. Keep up the good work, and talk to you later. Peace out.
Peace. Shout out to Vern Warren with the $10 super chat. He said Josiah Scott is a liability in coverage. He should not be on the field. That 3rd and 30 was on him. If Jalen plays last night, the Eagles win the game. That's my ultimate thought. I don't want to take away nothing the Cowboys did, but my ultimate thought is if Jalen plays, it's a dub. It's a dub. We don't turn the ball over like that. I appreciate you, Vernon. And shout out to D-Will215 with the super sticker. Appreciate the $5 super chat. All support is greatly appreciated. Listen, don't be afraid to click the link and come in. If you don't want to show your beautiful face, all you got to do is just leave it out. But we got my guy Steven Ferguson in the building. What's up with you?
I'm good. How you doing, Philly Mike?
As good as I can off a loss.
I've been listening to your channel for about 3 years now. I like your content. Thank you. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
No problem. I'm trying to get the temperature of all Eagle Nation. So how you feeling off this loss? Again, I don't want to discredit Dallas, but man, Christmas Eve loss, how you feeling about it?
I'm not going to make more of this loss than what it was. You know, we all we got to do is win one of these 2 last games, and we got that #1 seed. It was more for bragging rights. I got a lot of coworkers that are Dallas fans. I wanted to rub it in. Me and the chick I work with, we actually made a bet. I got to wear a Dallas jersey all week now.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Look, again, definitely. Look, I work with a lot of Cowboy fans too. I think no matter where you are in this world, there's always Cowboy fans around the corner. And that just, like you said, I think it's more for bragging rights. Sure. You know, Cowboy fans are going to say, blah, 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 blah. They deserve it. They got the dub. Let them have it. They probably going to be celebrating all the way to the playoffs. But I know one thing. With one win, the Eagles automatically get out the first round. The Cowboys still got to work for that first round play.
Yeah, they're known for choking. They're known for choking. They got Dak has 6 seasons of choking. You know, I think this is our year, but we got to clean up some stuff. Jonathan Gannon scares me. I'm a piggyback off of that guy that was on here before me. That guy's good for making bum quarterbacks. Not saying Dak's a bum. He's a decent quarterback, but
he did have his best game though against us, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're good for letting quarterbacks and bum quarterbacks have career days against us. Every time we have an opportunity to put teams away, it seems like the defense just comes back and lets the team score on us. It's like how many games you've been at the edge of your seat that the offense was just constantly scoring, and you thought the defense would just put them away, but they always come up short. It's unbelievable. I think the sacks, all of that stuff is skewed because when it comes to making stops consistently, the defense constantly lets us down. I think it's the players make Jonathan Gannon's scheme look better than what it is. That defense is suspect.
Hey,
Jim Schwartz never had this much talent,
he
and
never had
he
the talent. Yeah,
he
that's a
was
fact.
able to do more with less.
Hey, I'll give you that. And I will say, we had 6 sacks, but 2 of them really throw them away because the 2 sacks that forced the 3rd and 30, forget them because they completed it. You know what I mean? So like two of the 6 sacks were for nothing because them sacks put the Cowboys in a 3rd and 30, which should never be completed in the NFL.
Yes,
And they
I
got that
agree.
on us.
I agree. Offensively, we just need to keep Watkins on the bench. That guy, you look at Jalen Hurts' interception. What was it? One of his interceptions last week, trying to go to Quez Watkins. He's not gonna fight for the ball. He's gonna get bullied by the DBs, and he's gonna be a liability out there. Keep him on the bench. If you're gonna go 11 personnel, put Pascal in there.
Hey, yeah, I mean, look, I love the deep threat ability for Quez, but man, he look, he's a grown man. You can't get out muscle like that. That's like letting that ball be picked is just more demoralized. I mean, I know that gotta hurt his soul because it's another grown man just out muscling you. Like, nah, bro, you can't allow that.
No, no, you can't.
Like, if a guy out jumps me, cool. If a guy out if the guy outmaneuver me, cool. But you can't just get bullied like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, on the first one, the guy was just draped all over him. He got there early, but Quez Watkins, he could just try to knock the ball down. Play DB when you see that ball about to get intercepted. I seen AJ Brown do that a few times this year. Knock the ball out if he thinks he's going to get intercepted. He just gets out muscled way too much for me. But the second interception, he just let the guy take it away. Earlier in that game, we saw Goddard just snatch that ball that we thought that defender was going to come up with. Why can't Watkins do that? I'm over that guy already. I don't want to see him out there.
Hey, listen, a loss like this definitely raises questions all around. But before I get you out of here, give me your total confidence level. Do you think that this game is just a blimp in the road, and the Eagles you still have the confident level high for them doing what they need to do in the playoffs?
I do. Offensively, we're gonna be all right. I'm not worried about us offensively, but defensively, our secondary let us down. I thought the D line balled out. The D line had a good game. I can't have any complaints about them. I mean, maybe they could wrap up and tackle better because I saw them. Had some potential sacks, but they let that get out of them a few times. But as far as like the secondary, they got some work to do. We
They got
hopefully
chewed up.
hopefully we get CJ back, and maybe they put him in the slot if it's going to be a long-term injury for Maddox.
Especially with Blankenship playing better now. You might have some free reign with CJ Garner Johnson.
Yeah, I like Blake. I like his physicality. I like how he tackles. I mean, he's not that good in coverage, but I like him.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Hey, I appreciate your input, Steve. Thank you for watching for 3 years, my guy. Appreciate it. You know what I mean?
All
That's
right,
how long I've been going too.
thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas.
Merry Christmas too. Yeah, appreciate you.
All right, take care.
Peace, peace. I appreciate all the love and support. We got my guy G Code coming up next. Real quick, Joseph Tice with the $5 super chat. He said that loss makes me sick. The Cowboys. And again, it was more for bragging rights, as Steven said. But you got to give the Cowboys credit, and that does make me sick. It makes me sick that the Cowboys beat us. Now, G Code just dropped out. He might come back in, but we're gonna have Shiz. What's going on?
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Mike? I've been a fan for a little minute now.
Hey, I appreciate you for watching and being around,
Yeah, bro, this is crazy, bro. Ain't no way. Slay's supposed to he all pro, bro. Ain't no you telling me the hottest person on the field and you don't go up to the coach and tell him like, He mine. I don't care what you say. I'm guarding. Like I'm out. This not Detroit. This is Philadelphia. We don't run
Mhm.
from challenges over here.
Yeah, I can't argue on that. Listen, I'm a big Slay fan, but I was saying it in my live play by play. I don't know if you were there, but I was saying it like, bro, you gotta go. You get something gotta change. You gotta do it. He's played in the slot throughout his career, not purposely in the slot like full time, but he's shadowed many receivers before. And when they go to the slot, he took that challenge. I don't know why we ain't do it. They cooked us with
Bro,
Lamb a
when
buck
AJ
20.
was in the slot, Diggs went over there.
He did.
It's no excuses. But all in all, we turned the ball over 4 times. Had a backup quarterback. Minshew was surprisingly driving the ball on a great defense. So that's a good sign.
Yeah,
But
I'm not really worried about. I think the Cowboys corners issue is big, and it's gonna lead into the playoffs. So I know our offense, regardless, and you show Minshew went up and down the field. The turnovers are what were the big problem. But I'm not worried about our offense versus defense. But man, they put a 40 burger on us, and
no, yeah.
that's wild.
Gannon, bro, Gannon always rubbed me the wrong way. Like that's Nick Boy, I understand, but he should have never been brought back after last year. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I don't care about the statistics. You cannot just allow Dak Prescott been garbage the whole year. All of a
First
sudden,
300-yard game came
all of
against
a
us.
sudden,
That
he looking
sucks.
like a certified Hall of Famer against us. Like this is crazy, bro. But all in all, I, I hope we win the chip this year. I'm confident because I think Jalen, he just locked in on a different level. But we gonna have to have that conversation about Slay and Bradbury. We need a corner. We need a young dog, bro. Because these wide receivers in the East, Terry McLaurin, he not going nowhere. He young. Lamb, he not going nowhere. He young. Once the Giants get a quarterback, it's a wrap. This division is not gonna be no cakewalk no more. We need to start building that. The offense is set. We need to start building that defense back up. Because a lot of these players, they old. Cox, Graham, like they old. The back end, CJ Young, but that's about it. Bradbury 29, Slavy 32 next year. Tell you, bro.
No, I totally agree. I think when you look at, the contracts with AJ Brown and look at the youth, the offensive line is still young. I know Kelsey's getting up there and he might retire, but the replacement, we believe in Jurgens. You got your receiving core is young. Most of your offensive line is under contract. You got your tight end, quarterback. We got to figure out what we do running back. But the defensive side is where we got to start, throwing pieces to. You got a lot of 1-year deals in the secondary. You got a lot of 30-year-olds on the team. And I agree with this. With one of the first round picks and or the second round pick, the Eagles got to get one of them young stud corners. A stud.
When we see Dallas in the playoffs, because they're going to have the NFC South, I guarantee you, they put CeeDee Lamb in the slot, CJ Gardner-Johnson will be mad. If Maddox can't go, Gardner-Johnson will be matched up with him. I guarantee it.
Yeah, he a dog. He gonna say something about it.
But all right, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, bro. We get up out of here.
Hey, I appreciate your input.
Keep grinding, man.
You already know. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, bet.
Peace. All right, we got my guy G-Code back up. He's driving. He better be careful. He better be wearing the seatbelt too. But real quick, SM with the $2 super chat. He said, run this back. Hurts versus Dak. Winner takes all. That will be the matchup if the Dallas Cowboys can hold their end of the bargain, because the Eagles are going to get that first round bye. We're going to beat whoever's in the divisional round, and we'll see Dallas in the NFC Championship. G-Code, what's up with you? What's going
on, man? Merry Christmas, man.
I like the sweater.
Not much,
I like the
man.
sweater.
I'm pulling over. Hold on.
I hear you.
Let me pull over real fast. Where do I start, man? All right. The good, bad, and the ugly, man. What's going on with my boy Slay, man? It wasn't just last night, man. The last couple games, Darius Slay has been looking shaky as hell, bro. And that's my guy. So I'm not sugarcoating nothing, man. Darius Slay, his confidence, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's focusing on that podcast too much, but he need to get back to the basics, get back to being a damn dog that we need him to be, bro. I don't like what I'm seeing from Slay, bro. I don't know if it's just me, but that's my opinion.
Now, hey, respect.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Minshew did, he did well, man. He did what he could, bro. It's like I don't know, man. It kind of looked like Dallas wanted it more, man. I hate to admit that, bro, but like that Dallas defense, man, they were trying to like take that game from us, bro. Like they wanted that game, man. You could tell they wanted that game, and it seemed like our players was a little lackluster, except
Mm-hmm.
Smitty. Smitty balled his ass off. Smitty
1K,
was
1K,
balling.
1K. He's on that 1K game.
Yeah, Smitty was balling. But like Minshew had his moments, then he had his shaky moments. Like it seemed like he had to settle in. It seemed like he was a little shaky in the pocket. He was like floating balls and stuff. Every time he
Mm-hmm.
was floating balls, that shit was making me so nervous, bro. Like the one he threw to Quez Watkins. Like if he would have put it on Quez, it was a touchdown. Like
That's
he
a touch.
floated it. Like he was like nervous.
Yeah.
So what I mean, he'll be okay. But man, Maddox, us losing Maddox was so big, bro. Maddox was balling,
He
except for
was.
the sack that he missed. Like he should have
I
took
mean,
Dak down.
Dak's a bigger dude.
But
And he leaned on Hargrave a little bit, but yeah, I was upset. That was another play that was crucial because that's third down. That's third down. You get him off the field, and they end up scoring on that possession. You know what I mean?
yeah. And then my boy Blankenship, man. Blankenship was looking good until last night. Blankenship looked like he didn't belong last night.
Hey, it's gonna happen to some of the young bucks. You know what I mean?
Yo, my boy Blankenship he ran into Slay. Yo, he looked crazy out there last night. I'm like, yo, what's up with my guy, bro? And then my dude Scott, bro, he's another one that looked like he was a fish out of water. Josiah Scott, oh man, oh my God,
Yeah,
oh man.
that 3rd and 30, like that ripped my heart out.
But the plus of it wasn't the playoffs. We can learn from it, but man, we really got to learn from it, bro, because other teams watch what we saw too. Like other teams they saw what CD Lamb did, bro.
In the
So
slot,
other
yep.
teams going to do exactly what CD Lamb did. So Gannon better get on it, bro. Like he better get on it, bro.
Before I get you up out of here, what's your confident level though going forward?
Damn, you breaking up, bro. I couldn't even hear what you said.
What's your confident level going forward?
Oh, you said what's my confidence level going forward?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very confident, my dude. Because these last 2 games are what? Philly, I believe, right? Or I know the Saints game is in Philly.
Yeah.
So I'm confident, man. When we're at home, you got to come beat us. I'm always confident at home. You got to come take that shit in Philly. So I'm always confident at home, and we need to get this win with the Saints, and don't wait to the Giants because the Giants ain't gonna give us nothing. You know how that go. So
Yeah,
we
they're
need
gonna be
this
they're
win this
scrappy.
week.
I totally agree there. Not only do we need to win to shore up the first first round bye, home field advantage, which like you said, I'm not worried about teams coming to Philly. And if you get that through the playoffs, that is great. But it also puts a little damper on the Saints record, and we control when we have their draft picks. So it's a win-win if we do everything we need to do against the Saints at home in Philly. Let's get them shirts, let's get them hats. NFC East Division champs, number 1 in the NFC, home field advantage. Lock it up, lock it up. I appreciate you, G Code.
What? Yeah, man. Fly Eagles fly, man. Merry Christmas, man. Keep grinding, keep doing your thing. I'm watching, dog. I'm supporting and I'm watching, bro. You already know.
Peace, peace. Merry Christmas. All right, shout out to my guy Where You're Hiding with the $5 super chat. Have you heard from that Chris guy from the draft ever again? You know the bull that wanted your number? Laughing my butt off. By the way, that's on my funny moment montage. I haven't heard from Chris at all, but yeah, I did watch your video on that. Shout out to my guy Where You're Hiding with the $5 super chat. I haven't heard from Chris though at all. Let's bring my next guy up in here, Jay. What's going on with you, Jay?
Yo, what's
up?
good, Mike?
Chilling.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm recovering from last night, bro. That was heartbreaking.
I give you that. You know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things, it probably doesn't matter. But anytime you lose to the Cowboys, it's gonna hurt a little bit.
Facts. And the thing about it too is, man, like you would think after the first couple drives or after the first quarter, seeing how they were attacking the middle of the field, seeing how they were using CD Lamb, like we weren't able to adjust fast enough. It took us to like the second half and on. You would think maybe if after the first quarter you start playing man and dropping a robber into the middle of the field or something like that, because I feel like all the zone that we were playing, that's what kind of made Slay so indecisive in a lot of those situations.
Mm-hmm.
Because it takes your players like aggressiveness away from them. They can't play confident. They gotta guard a spot on the field and not the man. You feel me?
Mm.
Like I don't know, like us playing so much zone killed us because Dak went like what 24 for 300 against our zone.
Yeah,
Bro,
he
you
carved
don't
us up.
see that in the NFL. Like that's Madden on arcade mode. You feel me?
Yeah, it looked like that, bro. I was like, I wanted to plug a controller in and change up the defense a little bit. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah,
upset. I was
for
mad. I
real.
was upset.
Yeah, yo. No, but I appreciate you letting me on, man. This is my first time talking to you. I be watching you, LB 500, all the time, but like this is the first time I'm able to like speak to you. Like you be on your game, and I appreciate that, man. But yeah, yesterday, um, like it ruined Christmas, obviously a little bit, but I was also at the same time trying to, tell myself like I was confident going into this game, but I had that little bit of doubt because we didn't have Jalen out there. So I try to prepare myself like if we take the loss, all right, whatever, we could scratch that, move on, get the 1 seed next week, and then do what we do in the playoffs. But now we only got 2 chances instead of 3. Like the window is getting like, closer and closer. Like, God forbid we lose next week. Like the last dude said, the Giants ain't gonna give us anything. Like we
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to fight for that. And then possibly losing Lane. Hopefully we don't lose him for an extended period of time, but possibly losing him. Maddox going out. We don't want to like back into the playoffs. We want
Nah.
to run into the playoffs full strength. And I don't know, man. Things are looking kind of scary right now.
Well, look, I agree with you. I think that there's something to be said about playing your style of football or playing hot, getting hot in December, because that definitely can carry over into the playoffs. And if we go out there, losing to the Cowboys, barely beating the Saints, having to rest guys here, guys getting nicked up there, then you're not really feeling as confident. You're not feeling like who you were earlier in the season going into the playoffs. And I definitely don't want to do that at all. But looking at this team, knowing that Jalen will be back, knowing we got a couple weeks to get people healthy, I think the Eagles are going to be more on the cautious side with anybody who's nicked up, from Lane to Maddox to Jalen to CJ Gardner-Johnson coming back. What's your confidence level coming off the bye week in a divisional round against whoever's there, whether it's the Vikings, the Niners, one of them teams? Because it won't be the Cowboys until the NFC Championship, just because they're seeding. I think it would be really hard to see the Cowboys in the divisional round unless like something crazy happens with who wins and who loses. But how do you feel though? Like, did your confidence take a hit, or do you feel like when the Eagles are the Eagles, they'll be the Eagles? You know what I mean?
Yeah, my confidence ain't take a hit, but that like hinges on two things. Us playing at home, like, and having Jalen back, having Lane back, and Maddox back. Maddox, like, if we didn't get Maddox back, my confidence would still be high. But if we don't have Lane Johnson for the playoffs, like, it just takes a little bit out your confidence because, like, the man hasn't given up a sack in 2 years,
Forever ever.
maybe a year and a half. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, I don't know. I mean, even though like him going out yesterday, the O line still like protected Minshew, and you would have thought that they would have sent Parsons and everything to that side once Lane went out, but they didn't, and
Mm.
the line still held up. So, like if we're playing at home and Jalen is back and we're 100%, like my confidence is still up there. Like we could compete with anybody. It literally took us giving the Cowboys 4 extra chances with a backup quarterback. We were at like the 13 with a couple seconds left to win that game. Honestly, I feel like I take more coming out of that game with a loss than the Cowboys coming out of that game with a W, how it ended up in the end. Like a W is a W is a W, but the way the teams competed, they had to throw the kitchen sink at us. And we gave them 4 extra chances.
Mm-hmm.
Like if that was any other team that happened to, they'd have been blown out by the beginning of the second half or after the first or second turnover. That just shows you that we're just on a different level. The defense, I mean, like they could have competed a little bit harder. We made a couple mistakes, but I don't see that happening again to us. Like we got too much pride. We got too many veterans. They're gonna go over this. Like they gotta feel crazy right now. Like even waking up in the morning and done with their families and everything, like that's cool. But they still got that feeling of like, yo, we didn't play to our standard. Like that
Yeah.
was not our standard. And even though we were like a couple yards away from the win, so I feel like
Yeah.
I take something good out of that loss. Even though it's a loss, it sucks, but whatever.
Yeah, look, I'll co-sign again. If you're telling me we lost a game at the very end, turning the ball over 4 times, think about both our losses. We lost a turnover battle. We lost a game. That has been the montage of the Eagles. Win the turnover battle, win the game. We did that 13 times. We didn't do it 2 times, and we paid the price there. But hey, Jay, I appreciate the input, my guy. Like I said, we gonna be doing. I'm gonna start doing these call-ins at least once a month. Depending on no matter we win or lose, just to get the temperature, because I love hearing from y'all.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate it, and I'll definitely be back on whenever you do it again. And hey, yo, listen, by 4 o'clock next Sunday, this last game, we ain't even gonna be thinking about it. Like we're gonna be good.
We gonna be Gucci. Yeah, I agree. We getting a dub against the Saints and we cleaning it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes, sir, man. You take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, your holidays, and all that. And I'll check you out. All right.
All right, Merry Christmas, bro.
All right. Merry Christmas, man.
Peace. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 331 people in here. Hit that like button. It's free. It's easy. Don't cost a dang thing. Hit it. We got my guy Brandon Sutton in the building. What's up? What you doing? Hurt season hat on.
You already know, man. You already know what time it is.
Where's the
Can you hear me?
Minshew season? Where's the Minshew season?
I can't rock with the Minshew season, but I support my team regardless. You feel me?
I hear you. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling. It was a hard one last night for me, honestly. I was in the house with the Cowboys house too. And
you were in the Cowboys house?
Yes, my family member. I was at a family member's house, and she's not doing too well. It's like she might not be here on Earth that much longer, so I had to go there.
Prayers for her for sure.
So at the end of the day, when the loss happened, I kind of just looked at it and I'm like, you know what? Okay, you earned this one. But I'm gonna speak. We can speak X's and O's or whatever you want to talk about. But my main focus, my main concern is our injuries, man. Like Lane going down, Avonte and Maddox going down, and it sees what it does to our play calling with Jonathan Gannon. You touched on it earlier, or like maybe a month ago, or a couple months ago, talking about how Jonathan Gannon, if he doesn't have a certain player in there, he doesn't play. He plays a softer D. He doesn't play aggressive at all. I remember you talked about it, and I started looking at
He bubble wraps the defense when Avonte Maddox ain't here. I've been calling that. I've been saying it for like ever since he got hurt early in the season. You can just see the difference in his blitzes, his zone coverage. He doesn't play man that much. He definitely changes it up when Avonte Maddox goes down.
Exactly. So it's like, that's the main thing that concerns me. But at the end of the day, I take it as a lesson learned, man. We played terrible with 4 turnovers and we barely lost. We know what we got to do to win, and we know what we got to do to not win. I mean, we know what we got to do to, keep winning. And then I think we bounce back at games when we lose. Like, look what happened when we lost against Washington. Next couple of weeks after that, we weren't playing around. So I think it was a lesson learned that, we got punched in the mouth. We always got to play week by week, man. We can't be going in there, half-assing it, man. We got to be fully, play to our standards, pretty much, man. That's all. Play to our standards, and we know what our standards is, man. You know what I mean? But one play kind of really bugs me though. It was that Avonte Maddox has the sack / whatever,
I
because
was pissed.
it reminds me of the Eli Manning bullcrap in the Super Bowl with the Patriots. Remember? And like they need to make a rule about that because they're trying to protect the quarterback. So what are we supposed to do? We can't. If Avonte Maddox would have maybe slammed him, would he have got a penalty? Or
Yes.
what do you do?
I didn't even think about it. That's a good point. Avonte Maddox around his leg and all that. Say he does the extra little bit. Yeah, man. Look. You're right. I didn't even think about that. But the way they bubble wrap quarterbacks, that should have been blown dead.
That's what I'm saying. So like, what do you do though? So if I'm a defensive coordinator, take the penalty. Fuck it. I'm sorry. You got to just blast them, man. You got to just hit them and play football. That's what they're, man. When you play football since a kid, I played football all my life. They teach you to play a certain way. Keep playing that way. Period, man. I ain't saying lean in with your neck, being dirty, but I'm just grab him and slam him, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was very crucial to us, man. And then that 3rd and 30.
I can't, yo. Listen. 3rd and 30 is going to be haunting me for a long time. I don't even, again, the loss is the loss. We still got a lot of stuff in front of us. Super Bowl is still right there on the table. Nothing changed. The playoffs going through Philly, all that good stuff. But to see, listen, I am always upset when it's 3rd and 15 and somebody converts that on me. That makes me upset because 3rd and 15, you better get off the field. But the 3rd and 30, I don't think I've ever seen it. That's wild.
And like I don't know who to blame. Like, do you really blame Darius? I think was he supposed to have safety help? What was that? What was that? You know,
it was definitely just
it
was definitely Josiah Scott late in the cover 2 zone. But my thing is this: you playing cover 2, you got to guard a spot. Slay knows that, but Slay also should know that it's 3rd and 30. So I'm gonna keep everything in front of me. So I understand I'm playing this part of the field. Cool, that's your responsibility. Safety help over the top. Josiah Scott was late getting there, but Slay's been in a lot of football games. Slay got to know that it's 3rd and 30. So why I don't care about this spot in 15 yards away. I'm going to guard the 30-yard mark. You know what I mean? Slay still should have did something different. Like his awareness should have kicked in there. He should have ran with Ty.
Man, I guess. I mean, so like for what do we do for the forward? You know, like because I look at it like this too. Also. The Cowboys D got a little bit exposed too. Come on now.
Them corners is suspect. Them corners is besides Diggs. Diggs did a good job, even though AJ had 100 yards still. But besides Diggs, that secondary over there, and listen, shout out to Bland. He definitely muscled up Quez Watkins though, for real. With that pick.
Sure. Good play. 2 plays in a row. Hey,
he got bullied.
You know what I'm saying? But like, see, I'm on the West Coast, man. So like, I got a lot of Niner fans in my grill. With all talking all this, and I've been a little popping off of the mouth too. I ain't gonna lie.
Rightfully so.
I'm just thinking though, like, is our defense? I was telling my dude, like, look, our defense is almost just as good as your defense. I say our defensive line is just as good. You guys have better linebackers, but I think our secondary was better. But then how we played yesterday, my argument is not looking too good right now.
Yeah, we're not trying to talk about our defense right now. Like I was saying all day, no fly zone. Man, they were flying left and right on us. We call it something no-fly zone, and they got a 3rd and 30. That's just the most demoralizing thing. But you're right. Right now, if a Niner fan says our defense is better, I'm going to say, you got that. You got it. I can't even argue. Niners not letting the Cowboys put up 40 on them.
No. That's right. And I was thinking about that, too. Like, because Fred Warner's a beast, though. You know what I mean? But, like, I think at the end of the day, though, man, when our boys really come to play, you ain't messing with us, man. I think they're going to bounce back, bro. You know they're dogs. They don't like losing, man. You don't like losing. I'm telling you that right now. They're going to bounce back. But the concern is these dang injuries. So, like, So my level of how I feel right now, I'm going to still say I don't know, man. Maybe 8. I don't know, 8 out of 10 still. I mean,
look, Lane Johnson is big, and he's getting an MRI today. So if they better not say nothing's torn in his groin or nothing, it better not need no surgery because paved the lane is big. I will say that the Eagles' offensive line played pretty well in his absence for that game, but going forward, He's the best right tackle in the game. We can't lose Lane. Can't
Period.
lose Lane.
So, like, I don't know. I just, and then even if he's at 60%, that's still not good enough. We need 100% Lane in the playoffs. We know that, man. You know what I mean? There's some dogs in this defenses in the playoffs. It changes, But at the end of the day, like I said, I stick with my man, Hurts, man. And he's gonna. I think he can offset any of the other things that we're gonna have problems with at the end of the day. So that's why I say I'm still at 8 on the rating.
On a confidence level. And I agree with you. Like, again, even last night, we don't turn the ball over one time. Maybe the game's different. We score a touchdown in the red zone instead of kicking a field goal. Maybe the game's different. And Hurts brings that to the table. Minshew looked good because the Cowboys defense was Swiss cheese, but he did miss some people. There was some guys running open in there, and he was overthrowing them and all that. But listen, I appreciate you, and I'm definitely, my confidence level is high. But I would say the biggest concern is not about this scheme, that, and the third, because I think the Eagles will adjust. It's the injuries. Right. I co-sign that 100%.
That's what it is. I said that beginning of the year. It's all about injuries that will stop us. But, man, I appreciate you letting me have me on your show, man. I've been rocking with you for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You and Lord Bronson and all them guys, man. That's how I get my information from you guys. I'm in Seattle, so like they don't show us no love out here in Philly.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? I get all my information through you guys and through Dave Brent, all them dudes, man. So I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you rock with me. Catch you next time, bro. Merry Christmas.
All right, Merry Christmas too.
And prayers to your family for real. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Even though they're a Cowboys fan, prayers for them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
All right, man. Take it easy, bro.
Peace. All right, we got my guy Blade Brown. What's going on, Blade?
What's going on, brother? Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, bro. How you feeling off this Eagles Cowboys fiasco?
Man, first of all, I was at the game, bro. I was there, and
is this the picture? Is this the picture right here?
Oh yeah. That's my profile picture. Yeah, that's the picture.
I like it. You giving him the bird, right?
You damn right I did.
Giving him the bird. Was that before or after?
That was before the game, man. We got there a little early, did a little tailgate. I had a little couple shots of Hennessy, so I was feeling really good.
Hey, I ain't mad. Listen, I needed all the shots I took in my live play-by-play to get through that after that loss.
Yeah, man. But man, dog, you should have just heard the way after the game when they beat us, how these Cowboy fans were acting, brother. Like, I mean, if they really knew anything about football, the first time we played them, time of possession was so big in that game. And with us throwing, how many times did Minshew throw the ball?
A lot.
He threw a lot, bro. So the first game, we kept their offense off the field, even though they didn't have Dak. We kept the offense off the field because we had Hurts and we had our running game. Mm-hmm. We had to change the whole game plan was different from the first game to the second game, man. And I think that was the issue was
40 times. 40 times Minshew threw the ball 40 times.
He threw it 40 times?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, man. So when we get Hurts back, and just in case we do have to play them again, Hurts, you know how Hurts do when the offense, man, they have 13, 14 play drives and runs up the whole clock and then scores a touchdown. So Eagle fans, Eagle Nation, man, y'all don't be worried. That game was because Jalen Hurts wasn't out there, bro. They can say, I don't like to make that excuse, but that's what it was, brother. It was. I just hate to say it. It was. He wasn't out there. And Minshew did a hell of a job for a backup. But hey, like I was telling them, man, when we beat y'all that first time, y'all use that excuse on us. Y'all beat our backup, so I'm throwing it right back at y'all. I hate to do it, but I did.
Listen, you did it to us. We gonna do it right back to you.
Yeah, I damn sure did it. I lost my voice and everything, but you know what I mean. I just want to tell you, man, I love what you guys are doing, man. As far as the YouTube content thing, man, you, Mike, you, and Lord Brunson and Philip 500, man. I appreciate you guys, man, because I live in Arlington, Texas, bro. So the content I get has to come from you guys because I'm in cowboy country. So like I said, I just appreciate you guys, man. As far as my level of concern, the Lane Johnson thing is a concern. But other than that, bro, I'm not really concerned, bro, because once we get Hurts back, our offense changes, bro. Time possession, TOP is the main thing with us. And the whole season, man, like I said, I've seen Jalen Hurts do 13, 14, 15 play drives, just like that. Matter of fact, that first game in the fourth quarter, dude, when we played them, in the fourth quarter, we did, what was it, a 13-play drive? We threw 3 times and ran 11 times or something like that. Yeah, bro, it was like, come on, man. That's all we were missing. Once we get the MVP back, we'll be okay. Eagle Nation, don't worry, baby. We're going to be good, okay?
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't want to take anything away from what Dak did, though. Dak really did. Oh, he carved the secondary up. Look, Jalen Hurts definitely could have converted. Look, does Jalen Hurts have 2 interceptions? Probably not. Does Miles Sanders run the ball better because Jalen Hurts RPO threat? Probably. Do we score some of them field goals and the touchdowns? Probably. But Dak Prescott did make our defense look like Swiss cheese. Except the defensive line played great. 6 sacks.
Yeah.
But man, too much cover 2, too much zone.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, though. If Jalen Hurts is out there, the time of possession, Dak is not going to be out there making all those crazy passes. That's what I'm saying. So
maybe that helps our defense a little
hell yeah, it helps our defense 110%. Like I say, majority of Jalen Hurts drives are 10 to 15 play drives where we eating up a lot of clock and a lot of time possession, bro. So Dak wouldn't even been out there. So. Man, it is what it is, man. Like I said, it's still salute to the Cowboys. They still play the excellent game, but wait till we get Hurts back, bro. Wait till we get Hurts back.
That's it. And listen, the only way we play the Cowboys again is if the Cowboys advance past the first round. I'm not going to listen. I do believe we're going to win our first playoff game, but that won't be into the divisional round. But before we even have an opportunity to win or lose our playoff game, the Cowboys got to put in the work because we going to get the number 1 seed in the NFC. And we're going to have home field advantage. We're going to have the bye week. So if the Cowboys want to come to Philly, which again, it's not going to be in Dallas, it's going to be in Philly. And that home crowd was going off for them. For all them saying, oh, we don't really care about home field. They loved the home field last night. For sure.
Oh man, dog, you should have seen them last night, though. It was a Super Bowl that they won. That was a Super Bowl, bro. Like real talk. I was like, damn, man. I feel like I'm gonna go outside to a Super Bowl parade after the game, man. You should have seen them, man. I mean, don't get me wrong.
They were hype.
Yeah. Hey, don't get me wrong. Maybe I was kind of egging them on because the whole game I was like, y'all know that's our backup, right? That's what I kept on hitting with. That's our backup, right? And you know what I'm saying? We were going back and forth, but I had a good time. But let me ask you a question, man. What's going on with Avonte Maddox, man? It seems like every fucking week he's hurt, bro. Like, what's going on with him?
I don't know, man. This is his first year of his new contract, you know what I mean? And he's been banged up. So, I mean, I guess it's turf toe now, so I don't know. But my whole thing is anybody who has any type of injury is not playing again into the playoffs. That's just me. I'm bubble wrapping this team until I'm not going through nothing else. I'm bubble wrapping this team. We need 1 dub, and that's it. And I think half the team can get the dub versus the Saints this week. So I'm bubble wrapping.
Okay. Well, man, hey, I'm finna get out of here, man. It was good to talk to you, man. Salute to what you guys are doing, man. Like I say, I stay in the Cowboy country, you know what I'm saying, the belly of the beast out here. So y'all the only content I really can get from. So I appreciate you guys, brother. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. And listen, I got a lot of respect for somebody growing up in Cowboy country, but making the right life decision by being an Eagles fan. You know what I mean? I respect that.
Hey, fly Eagles fly, baby, all day long.
Yo, be easy. Merry Christmas.
You too, big. You too, buddy.
Hey, real quick, we got a couple other people in here coming up on the show. But listen, CFT, I seen you in the chat. If you still around and you're not busy, hopefully your power's on, man. I got love for you besides your Cowboys fandom. So hopefully your power's back on. But click the link, CFT. I'm gonna allow you to come on here and rub the win in my face. I'm going to allow you to come on here and rub the win in my face for a little bit. If you still in there, CFT, click the link. Stu Vision, what's going on with you?
My man, Philly Mike. First of all, let me say Merry Christmas to you, the family, and I hope you have a great new year. If I don't talk to you before, if I don't talk to you before then. But let me talk to y'all about something because I've heard everybody made the same mistake with their analysis. Everybody said as soon as Avonte Maddox went out, our defense went to shit. That's not the case. Excuse my language, bro, but that's not the case. Because after Avonte Maddox went out, there was still one person still in the game that really affected everything that happened defensively. The moment we lost Jordan Davis, that's when everything shifted defensively. Because in the middle of that defensive line, he still had Dak nervous and moving off of his spot. So it wasn't really when we lost Avonte Maddox. It was when we lost Jordan Davis. Now, don't get me wrong. Losing Avonte, that's big. That's big. We just got him back last week, and he got that one game under his belt. So we figured, he'd be back in the swing. And being in that middle of that slot spot, it ain't really much happened until he went out in that slot spot. But Jordan Davis was that big body in the middle, to where you really wasn't getting those passes off in the middle as quick. Because that's how Avonte, because if you really pay attention, the middle of that defensive line pressure, that's how Avonte actually had him in the grasp, and he actually got that lucky pass off to Noah Brown.
Yeah, I was upset when Dak broke that one. That was a heartbreaker. That was the first
Bro, that
heartbreaker.
that 3rd and 30 is going to haunt me for the next 30 years, bro. I swear to God it is. That 3rd and 30 is going to haunt me.
Yeah.
And if you say, hold on, if you still in the stream, CFT, Rome, I'm going to call you back. Rome, salute to y'all. Y'all did y'all thing last night. Y'all played a damn good game. I got to give it up to Dak Prescott as well, because after that pick six, he was
responded.
Lights out. He was lights out after that pick six, and I got to give him that. Now, here's one thing, though. He was lights out because of that lost man in the secondary and that lost man in the middle of the defense. But
I always got to come back with a little something.
But you know what? Good quarterbacks, they take advantage of what they can and what they see, and he capitalized on the advantage that he had. So you can't do nothing but say, hats off to you, Rain Dakota Prescott.
Yeah, look, Dak Prescott played his best game of the season. The Cowboys played a very they played good.
They played legit last night. They capitalized off the mistakes we made to kill ourselves. And we can't get mad at them for that.
And for as bad as their defense was, like their defense got beat up by Minshew too, but their defense made the 4 turnovers.
The defense made the plays when they needed to. Yep. And you got to give them credit to that. You know what? Hats off to the Cowboys for what they did last night. But let's not forget, they don't win this game if Jalen Hurts is playing.
Listen,
Mike, you know that. I'm 42 years old. I've been watching this game since 1984. I started studying this game and while I was watching it in 1987 till now. Like I said, hats off to them for capitalizing on the advantages they had. But if Jalen Hurts is playing that game, they do not. Matter of fact, I can give you a prime example. That first drive we had where we had to take the field goal. When Minshew scrambled a little bit, the moment Parsons flashed in front of him, if you watch the replay, right behind Parsons, Smith popped right open in the end zone. That's 6 if that's Jalen Hurts. Minshew was slightly shorter, so he couldn't see over or past Parsons. But if he would have been able to see that, that's 6 instead of 3.
Yeah, and also just think about this. Hurts probably runs for that first down. Hurts got wheels. Hurts runs for that first down.
Look, there's multiple first downs that Minshew actually just dirted and threw away that Hurts is getting. Like the play I just talked about.
Yeah.
He's shaking Parson out his boot. Remember what he did those two last year and the year before last to that motherfucking Saints defender? He does the same thing to Parsons, and he at least gets the first down. At least that. But if he doesn't even say, he shakes him real quick to have him sliding, and he throws that 6 to Avonte to get 6. Either way you look at it, if Jalen Hurts is playing, if the MVP is playing the game, Cowboys don't win. But guess what? That he wasn't playing. It was Minshew last night. He made his mistakes. Cowboy Nation, congratulations.
Hey, I love the way you wrap that up. Hey, shout out to you, Stu. Appreciate you. All your comments, all the love you
like
be
I
giving.
told you, Mike. Let me know when. I always call in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate the input, bro.
Hey, bro, love you, man. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you and yours, guys.
You too. Merry Christmas.
All right, bro.
All right. Shout out to Stu Vision, always dropping dimes. We got Dizzle Drizzle in the building. What's going on with you?
Yo, Mike, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna be the Grinch of this motherfucking stream. Our defense got carved the fuck up last night. I'm sorry. We can't allow this shit in the playoffs, bro. You see me, I'm in the background. Yo, the guy before you, Stu Vision, he was right. If Jalen Hurts was in this game, it's a wrap, Mike. He would have put this game.
What does that do for our defense? Like you just grinched
I'm
the
just saying
defense.
because you have to rely on Jalen Hurts. You can't rely on Minshew. You can't. Yeah. Minshew did his job. Minshew did his job. I'm so pissed over last night. It's not because of Minshew. It's just the fucking defense. That third down that this guy was talking about, was it Blade Brown before him? Yeah. Yo, both these guys were speaking facts. It's our defense, man. I'm so tight. I'm so tight, Mike. I woke up today with a hangover, and I'm still fucking tight because we should have won this motherfucking game, and it hurts me because Dallas is going to shit right now. We beat y'all when y'all had y'all backups. You beat us. Our backup could have blown your ass out. Stop playing. But friends got carved up. I'm scared. I'm scared for the playoffs. Like if we don't.
So, let me ask you this: Do you think that this is who our defense is going to be like going forward?
I'm worried, man. I'm really worried. You had Slay out there. You had Bradbury out there. TJ Edwards was out there. Reddick was out there. Sweat did his job. Sweat put 7 on the board. Like you can't knock Sweat. Where's Reddick at? Where's Cox? Where's Graham? Where's these motherfuckers at? Milton Williams, he got hurt. He did his job. I give it to Milton Williams and fucking Sweat. I gotta swear. Because I'm so tight.
There's been F-bombs all over this. I might get demonetized for this, Joan, but it is what it is sometimes. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at it. Real quick, AD with a $2 super chat. Greatest back of all time. Greatest back of all time is Nick Foles. Not sure what that is, but hey, shout out to Nicky Foles. But hey,
the truth, man. Mention the truth. He held it down for us, Mike. I'm sorry, I got to get this off. You are the Philly Talk podcast, and I'm so grateful to be on your show. I ain't gonna lie. You rep Philly all day, every day. Much love, my brother. I watch you tremendously. You already know I got a wrench. I'm on your shit all day, every day. And you and Lord Brunson and Philly 500. Y'all the key holders of the fucking Philly. But I'm just saying, Mike. This defense it worries me, man. I cannot put that shit out there in the playoffs. You put that same defense out in the playoffs, regardless if Jalen Hurts is playing, you're putting a lot on his shoulders, man. And he already has a hurt shoulder. What are you doing? Where the fuck is Gannon at? What the fuck is this? I cannot allow 40 fucking points on my defense, regardless if Jalen's not there or not. I'm hurt. I'm shit, man.
Look, that defense performance was definitely rough. And that was one thing I even said to my guy CFT when we did the thing. I said, context of how we win or lose is always going to make me feel more worried and more happy about it. But the simple fact of the matter is this. Our defense got hurt a little bit while the game was going, but you can't allow a 40 burger, bro. You can't. You just can't.
No, it's still inexcusable. You're making excuses, man. You sound like you don't make excuses. Our defense got carved like a.
It was trash. Our defense was trash last night. Facts.
Dak Prescott, and he's not even that great. It's not even Josh Allen. It's not Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes gonna cook us up like a fucking dinner. You can't.
We would have to get to the Super Bowl for Mahomes to cook us or Josh Allen to cook us.
Scared now. I'm scared. But we just put out in the field without Hurts. I'm scared, Mike. I'm just saying.
All right, so let me ask you this. The Eagles go ahead and get one of these wins against the Saints, the Giants. We rest some people up. We end up going to the playoffs with Lane good. Avonte might be good. CJ Gardner-Johnson's back. Do we win our first playoff game in the divisional round? Mind you, we get to skip one round. Do we win our first playoff game under the Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni tandem?
The way we look, Mike, I'm gonna be honest. I'm 50-50. Not even the home game got me scared.
So hold up. All this football that was played before. All the confidence you had, you just lost it all?
But we might play the Niners, Mike. Mike, the Niners is no joke. They're on a streak. They're not.
Their defense is really good, though.
better than Dallas. We got a problem right now, and Gannon better fix this shit. He's 4 weeks to fix this shit. I'm so tight, Mike. You don't allow Dak Prescott, and I'm on the Henny Black. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the Henny Black all day, every day. But goddamn, 40 fucking points. My, I'm set. The Grinch is here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to turn this live stream upside down. We're not allowing 40 points, regardless who the fuck is playing. Davis is out. Okay, we got it. Reddick, Graham, Cox, Sweat did his job. Where the fuck is Slay and Bradbury? They got carved up. See, come on, CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb did his thing.
It was definitely the fly zone. CeeDee Lamb did his thing. 10 catches, $120. He worked from the slot, but still, Slay should have manned up and try to get him in the slot. Like, there's no hey, CeeDee Lamb worked really well from the slot, and if we end up playing the Cowboys again, they're gonna do it to us again. They're gonna play Lamb in the slot unless we make some adjustments.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm 50-50 on this home game now. The way we got up last night, I'm being honest. I'm a diehard Philly bro. I'm raised in Philly. I'm out that way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not there now. But it's just hurt my heart, man, the way we look. I'm over here by a bunch of Dallas fans yesterday with my Eagles jersey on, looking disrespectful. Like, I was like, my defense hold us down. My defense hold us down. No. Minshew did his fucking job.
He did.
Man, our defense, I'm just sorry, man. I'm 50-50 on this home game. That's how I feel right now. I need to see something.
Well, guess what? We got 3 weeks. We got 2 more weeks of the regular season. We got most likely a third week of not watching us play because of the bye week, and we gonna see how things transpires for real. Let's see who climbs out of that second round. Does Dallas win their first playoff game in a minute? Does the Niners win their game? Who we match up with? We're gonna find it out. But the defense definitely got bullied in Dallas.
What? Yo, Mike, be honest. You're gonna say the same feeling. We're going to the Super Bowl against Mahomes or freaking Josh Allen. Are you worried? Are you worried if Dak Prescott could do this on us? And this defense, imagine Josh Allen or Mahomes. They're gonna carve us up, Mike. I'm just like it worries me. I can't allow that shit.
But one thing is good is sometimes getting smacked in the face the way we did against this Cowboys offense, maybe the adjustments need to be made, and hopefully that changes, but we won't know the future until it comes. But hey, shout out to you, my guy. Oh, Dizzle Drizzle dropping I ain't never hear that many F-bombs on any YouTube stream, but hey, shout out to you, bro.
Hey, I'm mad, Mike. Fuck. Yeah, keep the thing, bro.
All right, be easy, bro. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. One.
All right, yo. We got a couple people coming up next, but I gotta let them rub it in. Go ahead, CFT. Go ahead, CFT. Give me your best shot.
Yo, what's good, man? What's good? I'm in here cooking. I got the fam, you know what I'm saying?
You got the power on?
Yeah, power's on. We about to get right, got the steaks going. Yo. No, that ain't got nothing to do with the Eagles. That's just I've been in a hotel.
No, I see what you did. You're cooking because Dak was cooking last night, right?
Nah, yeah, let me step out front real quick so I don't, you know what I'm saying, make it weird in here because I got family that literally just showed up. Let me step out front for a minute. Hold on.
Listen, I'm gonna have to eat this. I'm gonna have to eat this.
Nah. Look. I'm gonna keep it real too, because you know me, Mike. I ain't gonna just rub it in just to be rubbing it in. Put my damn shoes on. See, I had to jump here because you said jump in, and I ain't prepared, so don't get mad at me, Mike.
Nah, you good. Real quick though, Corrupted with the $2 super chat. He said, Dallas got backup secondary playing. Yeah, look, and Dallas's secondary didn't look that good, but they made the plays when it needed to be made. 4 turnovers is 4 turnovers. Stu Vision with a $2 super chat. My man is on one. He hurting for real. Yeah, Dizzle Drizzle was definitely feeling the pain. We got one more super chat before you go.
Nah, do it. You perfect. I was holding y'all up.
Shout out to my guy Laffy G with the $10 banger. Merry Christmas, Mike and the family. And listen, I gotta even say Merry Christmas to Cowboy fans today. I mean, they earn my respect. I put that tweet out, Merry Christmas, Cowboy fans included. And I had a little throw up emoji, but they said I didn't include them last year on a happy Christmas Eve, so I had to include them. Go ahead. How you feel?
No. I ain't here to rub it in. I'm just here. I said this in my stream the other day. I said after this game, y'all can put the narrative to sleep that we don't belong on the field with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was saying.
Y'all belong.
You heard my stream? I was just like, y'all act like we don't belong on the field with y'all, and every Eagles fan got to at least say, all right, because y'all been saying we the best team in the league, we leaps and bounds, and I'm like, all right. I just want y'all to have to say that. I ain't even here to rub it in. Because it's any given Sunday or whatever, Saturday. You know what I'm saying? But y'all was acting like we don't even belong in the field with y'all. And I knew once we got whole, we did. Now I've heard like, Maddox was out, Lane was out. And I'm like, yeah, like Terrence Steele is gone for the year. And both of our starting corners tore their ACL this year. So I ain't want to hear it. like, you know what I'm saying? So, first game, we ain't have Tyron Smith. We ain't have Dak Prescott. And y'all told us no excuses. So that's
True.
why I ain't trying to hear it. Because I'm talking about when I'm talking to you or talking to, anybody else. It's more so in the content game, it's like, I don't want to hear it, CFT. You know what I'm saying? Take y'all L like a man. So I don't want to hear it. It ain't got nothing to do with me saying y'all trash because that ain't even my position. It ain't never been my position. It's just I know y'all a good team. And y'all was acting like, the way y'all talked to us on Twitter, what I said when we did our stream the other day. I said before
Trash.
Exactly. So I you know what I'm saying? Y'all was saying Dak was Sean McCoy was going crazy on Dak and acting like he don't belong and all
I
this
actually
extra stuff.
can't wait to see what LaShawn McCoy says now because he gonna have to walk that.
Bro, he gonna
have to walk the ass back a little bit.
His character on TV won't let him. He gonna still say it was a lucky day. I don't expect him to say nothing. I just know he had to watch that. Wherever he was at in the world, he watched that game and was like, dang, I probably look stupid. But he gonna front because it's in his contract. It's what he's supposed to do. I don't expect him to walk it back. He probably gonna double down. He gonna say something like, "You gonna be a first round exit." That sound about LaShawn McCoyish. Y'all gonna be a first round exit. He gonna try to change the subject. He ain't gonna want to talk about Saturday, and that's fine. But when Dak Prescott go out there and make y'all have to respect him, all year y'all been saying he trash, he regressed, and all this extra stuff. He ain't have a 300-yard game. So for him to get his first 300-yard game versus one of the top defenses in the league, at least that's what y'all tell me. Hey,
it was before last night.
That's all. Look. Because I'm not I don't want to do the just shouting and yelling and y'all see us. I don't want that. I like to leave nuggets for people to think about. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all can act like y'all don't. It don't matter when we play y'all again. It ain't gonna matter. Y'all gonna do the same thing y'all did this last time. Because y'all team, unlike any other team in the league, feeds off of the fans. I ain't never seen a team like this. Y'all team feeds off of y'all. So I know the players watch y'all content. They locked in. And all y'all did all week was act like we shouldn't even be on the field with y'all. We don't even need to pay them no mind. We'll beat them with Minshew. And they came out there and did that. Y'all gonna do it again. I can hear it already. That game don't really count. Y'all gonna do it again. Next time we meet, y'all gonna act like we ain't supposed to be on the field with y'all, and y'all gonna look up in the second half like, why can't we put this team away? Because we got talent, Mike. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, I told you the other day we got talent, and you ain't want to listen.
Hey, but one thing I can say from this game is, hey, thank y'all for letting Smitty get that 100 piece though. You know what I mean? I'm taking my little celebration. He got a 1K before week 17.
Smitty took that. AJ took that. Y'all a good team.
Yeah.
I'm not here to say y'all not a good team. I'm just here to say when we line up, it ain't no given for either team.
And listen,
when we line up against the Giants, I can feel like it's a given. When I line up against y'all and all the talent y'all got, we got to come with our A game or we going home.
Yeah. Hey, and listen, your defense definitely was getting destroyed during the passing game, but when the chips were on the table, fumbles, interceptions, that man Bland, I don't like him.
Why you don't like Bland? Because he came out of nowhere.
Bullied my guy.
But look, if you go back, if you bored and you go back and look at 3 of his interceptions, look just like that. That's his technique. He takes the ball out of the receivers. That's his technique. He's a little bit different than Trayvon Diggs could just catch. Deron Bland kind of a bully. Go look
and shout
at
out to Trayvon Diggs. He was shadowing AJ. Now, AJ did get 100 yards on him, but I just respect, because listen, I was saying this in my live play-by-play. Look, I did say on Twitter that CeeDee Lamb was scared to play on the outside, but I say that because I got to say that. But the fact of the matter is this. Somebody should have came in the slot and guarded him. I don't care, bro. You got to just man up and go in the slot. Like, he was cooking us.
Just like you was mad at that, I was mad at the fact that for some odd reason Dan Quinn wanted us to play off y'all all game.
Y'all giving us a lot of cushion.
So the pass rush can't get home because you're not making him have to wait a second because of man coverage. They need to be playing press man when you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's not rocket science, but I do think that some of this is just you afraid of some of your other corners. Maybe not Bland, but Mackenzie Alexander was on the street 2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. So some of that was just like, yo, let's bend, don't break because of talent.
Yo, but listen, again, 4 turnovers. You can't really win. If 2 good teams meet up, the team that wins a turnover battle normally wins the game. that being said, watching the 3rd and 30, that broke me, bro. You're not supposed to
I
see that
got
in the NFL.
I got a call. My fault.
Now you
I
good.
got a call. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But listen,
You know, it's one of them days
listen.
where people gonna keep hitting me. We need to do a show again if you free, and I gotta make sure my phone don't go off because I jumped on my phone while I was cooking.
Now you good. But listen, I just want to get your take on the 3rd and 30 before I get you out of here. That was wild, right? Come on,
No, it
like
was look, it was unexpected. Even the Cowboys fans, it's one of those plays where you throw it up. I would say this though. You know what my biggest takeaway is? We got our second receiver.
Yeah, Ty. Yeah,
He can run still. It ain't that I need
he
him to
can. He
be.
can stretch the defense out. At least he
You
does
gotta
what he's
respect him.
supposed to do.
That play is
Yeah.
gonna make every defense that plays now like, okay, we gotta respect him. And we ain't had that all year. Michael Gallup is still Michael Gallup, and you see he can still play, but he's not 100%. So now that we got T.Y. Hilton, it's not that I expect T.Y. Hilton to be prime OBJ like y'all gonna say. It's not that. It's just he said the other day I can still run, and then everybody was like, "Man, you old." And yesterday he showed, no, I can still run, and I ain't got nothing but love for it. Now I'm like, okay, let's get to it. So now that we got a legitimate receiving core, we're gonna see because, like I said the other day, Dak Prescott lost a lot of weapons. Jalen Hurts gained a lot of weapons, and it blurs the talent level of both of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a slight of Jalen Hurts. I'm just saying it makes it look like, is that good anymore? But once he get a decent amount of weapons, oh, he can still play. So now we on a level playing field. Hopefully next time everybody be healthy, as healthy as possible. But we got to handle our business though. I'll let everybody that's watching that don't like the Cowboys. I agree with y'all on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna talk my trash on Twitter. I ain't here to do that right now. I'm here to talk football. You know what I'm saying? But we need to handle our business. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna say one and done and all that. I think that when I see yesterday, if we can play like that with one of the best teams in the league, we should be able to beat anybody. Now, can we handle our business? But first things first, we got Tennessee in 3 days. Or 4 days. So we got to tighten up. We got Tennessee on Thursday.
Well, look, like I said,
although Tennessee looking bad, that's how we lose. That's what Cowboys do, right? So let's focus up.
I ain't mad at that. Like I said, yeah, you handle your business. And again, I'm looking at it right now. Like, again, we don't got it locked up, but I believe we're gonna get that first round bye.
Bro, y'all got the division. I ain't gonna hype myself up. Until y'all if y'all lose to the Saints, I'll start lying to myself. But I ain't doing it yet. Y'all gotta lose to the Saints, and then I'll see you on Twitter.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. But like I said, the only way we see the Cowboys if the Cowboys do their thing. Because like I said, I doubt that we can see each other in a divisional round. I don't think there's any way that can happen.
It's possible, but things gotta break perfectly.
Yeah, it'd be rough. So like if we see you again, it would be both teams made it in the NFC Championship.
If we make it to the NFC Championship game, you should already be a little bit nervous. Not nervous as far as scared of the Cowboys. Just we would have conquered something that's been a mental block forever.
But that's the thing. I think you would have been like, okay, we got the NFC Championship, and then that you already got one.
Maybe versus somebody else, but not versus the Eagles. We ain't gonna,
yeah, I know you ain't gonna go down
we
against
gonna
the
be
Eagles.
locked in.
Hey, I ain't mad at it.
It'll hurt the most though. If y'all send us home, you're right. That'll hurt.
That game will be rough. I don't even know if I can do the live. I don't even know if that would be rough, super rough. But hey, I appreciate you. Merry Christmas, bro.
Merry Christmas, bro, man. That's love. All right.
Be easy, bro. Shout out to CFT, man. The Cowboys did their thing. We got Jake One Love 21. What's going on with you, Jake?
Man, everything lovely, Mike. Man, I just thank you for your contribution, what you're doing out there, man. You keep doing what you're doing, man. You know, the thing about that game last night, you know what I mean? Dallas bought their game. They explored us like they were supposed to do. You know what I mean? That he explored across the middle. When Maddox went out, that's when the game shifted. But, you know, and then my thing is the way Philly lost that game because we don't know which game and we going to get.
What game are we going to get? Yeah, I agree there.
He don't. Sometimes I'm like, man, be consistent. If you're going to blitz. The only way that you can help out people that's in the secondary that don't know where they're supposed to play at, you got to blitz them. At least they know how to blitz. And then you got to make tackles. And then Slay got he better than that. He can't give up that 3rd and 30, regardless of whatever the situation may be. If you seeing that CD out there, even though Slay old, He, you know what I mean? His speed ain't up to it, but he'll take away CD in the slot.
Yeah, he definitely should have manned up on him.
And then they got run Miles more, man. They don't give Miles the ball. You can't give Miles the ball 3 or 4 times and then bring him back in the second half and then where he cold on the sideline and then give him the ball and expect them.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that for as much as we did good, the bad was just too much to overcome. The turnovers, the big third downs, not even just the 3rd and 30, which just broke my soul, but even the fact that Avonte Maddox, man, wrap up. You got Dak in your hands. You got Dak in your hands. That was another big completion. And both the 3rd and 30 and the third and whatever that was, that would have been a sack, both resulted into Dallas Cowboys points. And so that right there just threw us off. And you stop them on 3rd and 30, you get that sack. This game is totally different, you know?
Yeah, and then with Slay, knowing T.Y. Hilton was gonna do a veteran play against you on that 4th down play. Come on, Slay, you better than that.
Yeah, no matter. Listen, Slay's right. X's and O's that his cover 2, he was the trail defender, but he's been in the game too long. He understands. He saw what the sticks were. There was no reason to be in a trail position for the simple fact that if T.Y. Hilton stops and if he only goes 10 to 15 yards, well, guess what? He caught the ball. Now you just got to make the tackle. Like, keep everything. There's no reason why he shouldn't have had that awareness to be like, I bet he's running deep. I'm gonna run with him. Should have ran with him.
Yeah, that's true though. But what I mean, at them at their full strength and we at our full strength, man. I don't see nobody beating them. Like I told my wife at the beginning of the year before I even saw a Philly game. I said, man, Philly going Super Bowl. I said
Confident.
I said it in 17 and said it again this year. But I told me and my daughter going to the game and we come to Philly on New Year's for the game in New Orleans. I said maybe Philly don't want to win this game because they want to wrap it up at home, with the first round bye. You know what I mean? Where the way to do it is at home. Doing it at home. I said they want me at the game, so we gonna be
You
chilling.
get to be a part of the celebration. Bring
Yeah,
out the hats. Bring out the shirts.
yeah. I got my Hurt season hat. So what I mean, shout out to Lord Bronson, what I mean. I'm gonna be there. Me and my daughter gonna be there. I'm gonna be sipping a little bit because I know my daughter, she can drive and she had to drive, but it's gonna be fun though.
Hey, enjoy that game for sure. And yes, we are closing it out. Again, this was a little bump in the road with the Dallas Cowboys, but keep the main thing, as Jalen Hurts would say. And the main thing is having home field advantage throughout the playoffs and being a number 1 seed. Keep the main thing the main thing. I agree with you.
Yeah, keep the main thing the main thing. And me, and like I was telling my daughter, and I was telling her, I said, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. You know what I mean? You seen it happen. So I said it's best to lose to Dallas now than lose to them in the playoff if we happen to meet them. But I don't see us seeing Dallas. I think it's in the championship game. It's going to be us against San Francisco. That's my pick.
That definitely could be a possibility. Again, Dallas got to win their own playoff game before they even can consider playing against the Eagles, whether that's in the divisional or the NFC Championship. But man, enjoy that New Orleans game. We're going to put the whooping on them, whether Hurts plays or Minshew plays. I would love Hurts to play for you because, going to see Hurts that's part of the reason why you get the ticket. You know what I mean? Seeing Minshew is not the same, but man, enjoy that for sure.
Yeah, I seen Hurts when he came to Washington, D.C. So, me, I'm a D.C. native. So, I seen him when he came down here. So, I was at that game. So, I seen what he can do. I'd rather for him to get that shoulder all healed up, get everybody on the defense side healed up, everybody come in 100%. Because with our backups can go anywhere and start.
Mm-hmm.
So, with our backups, we can beat New Orleans. We're meant to leave that. Man, look, don't play Miles. You can play Scott. You play all the rest of them. Gainwell, let all them get the reps. And you can beat them.
Hey, I agree. I don't think New Orleans Saints is good enough to compete with our backups, to be honest. And so beating them is going to be great because we're going to lock up number 1 seed, help our draft pick.
Yeah.
All in all.
That's why we need to beat New Orleans. Man, I'm
Facts.
glad that we don't beat New Orleans.
Oh, we don't beat New Orleans, and then we start to then we start to think about it. Then we start to think about whoa, because the Giants are not the greatest, but they're scrappy,
Yeah,
and you know what I mean. So you don't want you want to beat New Orleans and finish the job right here, right now.
yeah, because we don't want to have to go down to the last game of the division, and you know, and that's the way it seemed like the NFL set everything up, whereas though it go down to whereas though the last game of the division, and then everybody scrapping trying to get in or whatever. You try to get the number one seed. I said, man, you know what? Sometimes maybe in my mind, back in my mind, be like, is the NFL rigged to order for the stuff to be going down the way that it be going down?
Sometimes there'll be some stuff that always makes me think about it, but I like to stay away from that because if I ever like really got too hard into thinking that, then it would take away from what I really want to see. And so there is what do you call that? Uh what's the C word that is like, when something coincidences, there's coincidences like, how did this happen perfect like that, like 10 years apart or this, that, and the third, but it is what it is. But hey, Jake, I appreciate you and have fun in New Year's watching the Eagles get that dub.
Well, all right, you have a good one, man.
Merry Christmas.
Doing Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you.
Appreciate you.
All right, appreciate you as well.
Peace. Shout out to my guy Marcus Kane with the $2 super chat. Hurt season beanie on point. What happened with the strip sack recovery though? I don't even really know. Like, that whole thing was weird. I could have sworn the Eagles got that, but man, Cowboys end up falling on it. Like, I don't understand how the Eagles didn't get that recovery, to be honest. I don't understand that at all. GD with the $5 super chat. Dallas and Eagle fans need to stop being disrespectful to each other. You don't have to like each other, but both teams are very good. Respect both sides. Hey, I don't like the Cowboys, but I will honestly say that the Eagles and the Cowboys are both a good team. They proved it last night. Shout out to my guy Jay Quest. What's going on with you, Jay Quest?
Hey, good brother. Merry Christmas to you. How you doing?
I'm doing as good as I can for a loss.
Look, I totally understand that. When I looked at the game, it looked like we was hanging in there. Looked like it was pretty solid. I think the only thing that concerns me is that when I look at the defense in 2017, we had a lot of sacks, right? But the yards that we gave up. The way I look at Gannon is Jim Schwartz 2.0. Gannon ain't doing nothing different than Jim Schwartz is doing right now. Okay. And the reality of it is that, yeah, when you face good quarterbacks, they do know how to pick the pockets and get into those empty spaces to be able to capitalize on it. Forgot what game it was, but it was one game we played against Dallas, and Gallup was trashing us. We had the Green Goblin at safety, and Jim Schwartz waited to put the Green Goblin at corner. It was like almost half of the third quarter was over. He waited that long to make an adjustment, and he watched Rasul Douglas or somebody just get cooked all game long before he made that change to make a difference. That's what scares me about Gannon. If he goes into the playoff like that and then does not change anything, we will lose. Okay, because we're not going to have. You can't expect for that pass rush to get there all the time when your corners are still playing 5-10 yards off the ball. You know what I mean? It would have been simple to be like, all right, Lamb's cooking us, Slay. You got him for the rest of the game wherever he goes. I agree
there.
And this is what first half. All right, look, Slay, you got him. I don't care where he go, you got him. All right, Bradbury, you get Ty. All right, you play a man-to-man. You play man-to-man for the rest of that damn game. You don't sit there and just let that boy do that. Now, of course, we look at the turnovers. One thing that upset me is this. If you look at Quez Watkins, man, he's like a bad luck charm, bro, because last year, end zone touchdown drop. This year, fumbles. It is like, you know what I do with him at Madden go route. I'm not if it's short routes, precision routes. He's not that type of receiver. He's not that good. when he's out there, they need to just send him deep. If he ain't open, you don't throw it to him, especially in big games. This is not the first time this season where turnovers has came off for Quez Walk and Watch. And to me, Zach Pascal got more aggressiveness and experience, especially with the short intermediate passing. So he would be the type of guy that I would have out there. Quez is just not there. To me, he folds under pressure, and he should. I mean, he's the third wide receiver on the depth chart. Right. So I really wasn't too happy about that.
Him getting bullied was I couldn't. You gotta out muscle him. Come on, Quez, get in the weight room, my guy.
I mean, again, if you look at it, it's a mentality. It's not even about how strong you are. Avonte Smith is small, but he plays aggressive. He attacks the football. Quez Watkins is used to, probably in his college days, burning people and being wide open. He's not used to having to actually earn the catch. Okay. And so that mentality, you have to have that inside. As far as like, hey, if Hurts is ready on the Saints, I would play him. And there's a reason why. You sit because number one, we can say we're not worrying about the Saints. Okay. The only reason why we've been able to get at the Saints is because Hurts was playing. We've been dusting the Saints off because of Jalen Hurts every time we played them the past couple years with Malcolm Jenkins, so on and so forth. Saints still got a good defense. Saints can still beat you. Okay. They're not a playoff team yet, but they got 6 wins. They still got a shot. So to me, if Hurts is ready to go, he's getting out there in that lineup. Then you rest everybody. Giants, you got the first round bye. You get everybody going. But as much as I can say, okay, Gardner Minshew played a good game. Okay, he played a good game, but at the same time, Gardner Minshew is also a veteran. He should have known better throwing to a third level wide receiver when the game that matters than that, and he did it twice. He should have known better. He did it twice.
And when he stared him down, though. He stared him down too.
This is what I'm saying. And when you got two receivers that are bona fide top receivers, and then you got Dallas Goedert, you focus around that. You don't sit there and try to force it because when you're playing scout team, you're throwing the Quez. Okay? Because you got to think about these backups. They're playing with the third wide receivers. Why him and Dallas Goedert got a connection? Because Ertz was here. And Dallas Goedert was the second tight end. This is why they got a connection. It ain't because they buddies. If you a backup quarterback, you're playing with the backups at practice. That's just bottom line, right? Mm-hmm. So it was an upsetting loss. You know what I mean? Especially for me personally, because in halftime I wound up having an accident, wound up watching the game in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So it was
prayers for you. Make sure everything good.
Yeah, well, thank God I'm still breathing, you know what I'm saying? So it was all of that was just an upsetting situation. But do I think we'll be okay? I do, but my main concern is Jonathan Gannon not adjusting if we're playing against a top tier quarterback. And if we make some mistakes on the offense and the defense doesn't adjust, that's what I'm concerned with. But besides that, Philly Mike, it's always a blessing. I appreciate you giving me the time, brother.
Hey, man, Jay Quez, a lot of good stuff there. Like I said, injuries, adjustments, all that got to be shored up, especially the adjustments. I don't understand how you don't say CeeDee Lamb is our main objectives. We got to knock that off. And the 3rd and 30, I'm blaming on everybody. Everybody, Slay, Gannon, Scott, the cheerleaders. I don't care. Don't let no 3rd and 30. That's disgusting.
And then you throwing, and then it was the 50-yarder. And again, to me, I would have made, when I came into the game, I would have made T.Y. Hilton show me that he still had it. So I would have been like, Slay, you got Lamb. Bradbury, you got T.Y. And we're gonna figure everybody else out. I would have made them to be like, all right, let's find out if T.Y. still got it. Bradbury, you got him all game. Slade, you got Lamb all game, and then he can do his shell zone. Everybody else can sit back in coverage. But those two guys, we're gonna have our top corners, because that's the whole thing, brother. the top people gotta have the top responsibility. One thing I can say about Ramsey goes up to the defensive coordinator.
Even
Yo,
Diggs was following AJ. Now AJ got 100 yards on him, but he was following him.
yeah, he made it. AJ, besides that double move, AJ had to earn his 100 besides that double move.
Correct.
Everybody knows Diggs going to get burnt off a double move. So you got to try to get him with that first. He's not a double move dude. He's not a technique intercept corner, right? But yeah, I had a Dallas fan, and I went to him, when I did see him and say, hey, look, y'all deserve to win that game. You know what I mean? I told him the day before, I said, y'all better not lose to our backup. Because if they would have lost at home to our backup, you know what I mean? Then I would have had some salt in the game to throw to him. But again, man,
I'd have been pouring it all over them today. I was going to drop the 12 days of instead of 12 days of Christmas, I was going to drop the 12 days in Dallas or 12 plays in Dallas, but I can't do none of that good stuff now because they beat us.
Man. Yeah, it's definitely. But again, I know when we took that loss at Washington, we made a good run, a reality check. Maybe we needed that reality check again. Maybe we needed that reality check one more time. We got 2 games and then the playoffs. This was unfortunately the best time for us to lose, right? Sometimes you got to be in the worst situation for you to wake up, right? Not only did we take our second loss, we took our second loss to Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
And so those players in that locker room don't get up off their behind after this, then it's going to be a problem. But I can tell you one thing for sure, too, for certain. When Captain come back, everybody better watch out. And I still feel like he should be the MVP as well.
Hey, great points, my guy. Appreciate the support. Appreciate tuning in and chiming in. Merry Christmas to you as well. Great points, though.
Merry Christmas, brother. Be blessed and thank you.
All right, peace. So shout out to Trap something entertainment with a $2 super chat. He said, how can I join the live chat? I used to have it pinned. I took the pin down because we've been going on almost for 2 hours. So whoever's backstage I'm going to get them in before we get up out of here. But I did drop the link one more time. Maybe you're in here or not, but that's how you do it. We're going on 2 hours, hour 52. Real quick, shout out to Jake One Love, $5 super chat. Quez needs to go. Quez need to get to the weight room and strengthen his hands. I'm a Watkins. Watkins' hands are better than that. Yes, look. Got to get in the weight room. You can't get bullied on Christmas Eve. You just can't. Shout out to Anthony Harris in the building. What's up with you?
Yo, what up, man? How you doing, bro?
Chilling as good as I can on Christmas with a loss.
Yeah, man. Merry Christmas, by the way, man. That was me in that super chat. I'm saying Chopper Foyer. That's my podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, everybody go check out the podcast. All you got to do is type it in.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Man, look, I'm going to say first and foremost, I love with you, LB, and Philly 500, man. Y'all killing the game, man. Y'all the reason why, like, I'm at work. I get a chance to tune in, listen to y'all on my headphones while I'm at work, man. Yesterday was, man, I was a nervous wreck, man. Nervous wreck, man. It was rough, but I do want to say this, man. As a diehard Philly fan, I've been an Eagles fan since '99, bro. This is by far the best team I feel like we have had since I've been watching football, and we literally have to beat ourselves to lose these games. You know what I'm saying? Like literally beat ourselves.
4 turnovers. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if we really just focus in, obviously we didn't have Hurts. Garner did the best he could do, minus the 2 turnovers. I think we good. You know, I'm not really too worried. If you notice our 2 losses, it was in our division and the second crack that the teams got at us. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people have been really paying attention to that. Like, not many other teams are gonna get a second chance. So once you get that first crack, that's it. And
the Vikings could get a second chance in the playoffs. Dun dun dun.
But I feel like the Vikings, I don't know, man. Like I don't know. It's something about them that I don't
Kirk
trust.
Cousins, that's what it is. It's Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, you know what I'm saying? We've seen him in our division before, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing about him really scares us, I don't think, you know. So and then like just the Minnesota, I feel like we got their number. Even when it was Case Keenum back there, you know what I'm saying? I don't really worry about them. It's really the 49ers and us, you know what I'm saying? That I think is really going to, be in our way to the Super Bowl.
So you don't even where do you think the Cowboys are gonna go after beating us? And now, mind you, listen, all we got to do is win one more game, and then we have to watch the Cowboys, maybe the Giants, maybe Washington, Vikings, Niners.
Yeah.
We got to watch these teams play their first playoff game because we might be just
Yeah.
chilling. We going,
That
not
part.
might. We going to be
That part.
chilling. Do the
Yeah.
Cowboys win a couple games, and are you worried about seeing them again?
See, I'm not worried about seeing the Cowboys because I think somebody on the live before said a very important thing. It's good we lost this second game in the season because it is hard to beat a team 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was worried that we was going to beat them this time and then see them again and be like real iffy, and that would have been the most important game. So
yeah, we lose to the Cowboys in the playoffs, and I'm gonna be I don't know what I'm gonna do. But that's
don't
gonna be
worry, man.
hard feeling.
Got your back, man. We always gonna hold it down. But by the end of the day, nah, man, I'm not too worried about Dallas. They do just like how 500 say, man. Like this is choke season. They've been worried about us for 2 weeks. Michael Parsons has been talking crazy. Like their billboard game plan's been that's literally us. That's their season. This may have been their Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Because they put so much stock. Now we'll see in 3 days how they going to respond against to me a desperate Tennessee team. Like I think they lost their number one seeding in the not number one, but their seeding in their division to whoever, and it's like I don't know. I feel like this is. I don't worry about Dallas, honestly. They never really been, at least me personally, something not worried about. I've been watching them for years. Like I said, I've been a fan. And like I always tell people, in the past 25 plus years,
what can go wrong will go wrong.
You know what I mean? They won 2 games, bro, in the 2 playoff games in the past 25 years or so. It's like, I mean, they gonna beat themselves, man, for the most part. But I mean, I'm not gonna sleep. They can do some miraculous thing and win a second playoff game consistently. I just don't think it's gonna be against us.
Hey, yeah, I'll co-sign that. I've always been a big on the saying, "What can go wrong will go wrong" with the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm 31, so I think I'm 31, and
33.
I started watching football around, I would say 98, 99. I mean, I've always had Eagles gear on as a little kid, but if I'm wearing it at the age of 4, I'm not really watching a game. I'm just pass down an Eagle fan.
That part,
no if and or what. But I came into the game with McNabb. That's why I got a lot of love for him. 99, 98, 99. I saw the Doug Peterson year as well. Like actually watching it, trying to play some little league myself. Look, times will change, but the Dallas Cowboys got to prove it to me because I ain't never seen it. I've always seen choke seasons. I've always seen December fraudulent mistakes, and so they beat us. The Dak Prescott offense looked really good against us last night on Christmas Eve. But y'all, we're going to be watching the Cowboys play in the playoffs, advancing automatically. So they got to show me something.
That's true. And I do want to say this. Okay, so I see a lot of people getting on Gannon and getting on Slay. See, this is my thing with Slay. I watch his podcast too every time. I always try to watch his podcast, kind of see what he on.
Did he drop the one
Not
out
yet.
already?
Not yet. I feel like he's gonna take his time with this one.
Oh, I'm watching that one though, because I want to hear it.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he needs to humble himself a little bit more. He is nice. He's nice. And I feel like he had a little slip these past few weeks. I would say to me, if you're not calling his name on Slay, like he's not doing too bad. He may let a few plays, like you're a cornerback in the NFL. Like these motherfuckers are nice.
The second hardest position, quarterback and then cornerback.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna sit here and say he's trash. Him, Bradbury, to me, still to this day, are the 2 best corners in the league. I mean, we haven't gave up much. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna give it up, you're gonna give it to a team that's gonna be your rival, that's probably seen you twice. So I'm not as alarmed as everybody else is. Like New Orleans, man, we're gonna wrap it up. We may drop a 30 burger on them, get them up out of there. Second half, Jalen Hurts may be sitting down because we up You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not
You think
about
he's
to.
gonna play? You think he's gonna
Oh,
play?
I'm watching. He's going to play. All the reports saying he's 100% going to play. Literally, like, nah, they're not going to let him. If he can do what he did, literally after he injured his shoulder, we're good. And I'm not knocking Garner. I feel like he did good. I just feel like the presence of Hurts, just being in that locker room, being there, the offensive line, the timing of the running backs, it just moves. Obviously, just moves a lot smoother. And I just feel like once you put someone in, I mean, honestly, you could put a lot of people. Okay, here's the biggest debate, right, about the MVP. When you say you can just put anybody, that chemistry, you can't just plug in
Can't
anybody.
just create that. Yeah.
You could put a Tom Brady, but what, 3 days of practice he's gonna struggle too. You could put a Mahomes. Mahomes may be the best person to do it besides Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, chemistry, you can't just bring that up out of nowhere. You got to build that over time. And Jalen's been doing his thing. I feel like we're gonna fly. I'm going to the Super Bowl right now. I'm in San Diego. So Super Bowl's in Arizona. I'm there already. You know what I mean? About to get
He
my
already got the
reservation.
tickets.
I'm already, you know what I mean? I may not go to the game, but I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm gonna be there for sure. And I just want to say once again, man, I appreciate what y'all doing, especially what you're doing, man. Like going live like this. I feel like this is something big, you know, interacting with the fans, because we really want to like be able to talk about how we feel about our team and showcase, you know what I'm saying, our love for our team, man. Like this, like, you know what I'm saying? You've been a fan forever. I've been a fan for a long time. Like, this is a good time. I don't feel like we can let this one little loss let us stop this amazing run we're on. You know what I'm saying? Like legends like Merrill Reese and other people that's been around for 40 plus years are saying this is the best Eagles team.
Yeah.
You gotta like hold on to that. So I'm not too worried.
I agree. And like I said, the 2 losses, there's one thing that's been consistent in the 2 losses, us beating ourselves. But
Mhm.
Hurts did it one time, Minshew did it the other time. I think this Eagles team is gonna definitely make the adjustments. Didn't like what the defense did
Yeah.
against the Cowboys, but I see him making big strides, and we about to shut stuff down for sure.
Heck yeah, man, for sure, man. Well, look, man, you have a Merry Christmas. I hope you do your thing, man. Keep doing this. Is amazing. I love what y'all doing, man. You and 500 doing your thing. Tell 500, man. I'm trying to get some merch, man. I'll be on this DM. He'll respond back. So I'm California, man. I'm trying to get some merch.
I'll let him know. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Take care.
Peace. All right, we got my guy BLSG. What's going on, BLSG?
What's going on, Phil and Mike? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you feeling about this game? We got 2 more people, BLSG and Drew, and then we gonna get up out of here before I get divorced. But now go ahead, BLSG.
Well, yeah, man. Well, first of all, real quick, I just want to say Merry Christmas, Philly and Mike. Hopefully you and the fam and everyone's doing well. And second of all, you like the new logo that I got for my avatar and then for my YouTube picture?
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, have you heard the YouTube channel name East Coast Gridiron? He made this for me.
Oh, nice.
I told him to hook me up with this. Now, let me get my face on this camera so that way I can talk about this Eagles loss yesterday. Because, man, this was brutal. So here we go. I also did not get to watch a whole lot of the game. I was at church yesterday, so I only got to watch a little bit of the third quarter and then the whole fourth quarter. So and then I've rewatched the highlights, but obviously they don't show all the plays. So if I miss a few things, it's my apologies. It is what it is. What can I do? What can I say? But anyway, let's get down to business. So I kind of watched like the first quarter, you know, AJ Brown cooking early on, and then at the end of the day, here's some of the reasons why we lost this game. All right, number one, can we get number one down? Our run defense, like what was our run defense doing out there? Can someone explain what our run defense was doing out there in front of that 2-headed monster of Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard? Because we know that run game was definitely considering to be one of the best in the league with that 2-headed monster that they have of Pollard and Elliott. Those two have been really good this season, especially Pollard in particular, who might be having the best season of his career, to be completely honest. But at the end of the day, I mean, you just have got to stop that 2-headed monster of Dallas in terms of that running game with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. You just have got to stop that. You cannot be allowing that many yards a game. You cannot have them run down your throats. You cannot have that happen whatsoever, especially when we get to the playoffs no matter who we're facing, no matter whose run game we're facing. I don't care who it is. You cannot let any team by any means run the ball down your throat. Number 2, okay? Ball security, okay? I am just sick and tired of what I saw in terms of our ball security yesterday. From what I saw, however many turnovers was, I think it was 2. The one with the Quez Watkins, I know it was 4 total, the 2 interceptions and then the 2 fumbles. But I'm getting to the fumbles first. Like, do we need to go even harder on our ball security this week? Because based on when Watkins literally he never had the ball in possession at the time. And that was actually just one of the interceptions. But, dude, you need to get in the gym. Get in the gym. Get in the gym and get those hands going because you need to hold on to the ball. And you got to fight for the ball. You can't be losing the ball like that. You're a wide receiver 3, and you definitely have probably been one of the better wide receiver 3s in the league, and you should have been showing it right there. But get in the gym and work on the grip of those hands. And then the one where Miles Sanders never had possession of the ball was like, dude, also, get in the gym. How many times have I had to say this left and right over and over and over? Get in the gym and work on the ball security because we're going to need this in the future, especially for the Saints game when we are going to need it. And if it all has to come down to it for some weird reason, the Giants game. I don't care what anyone says. It might need to happen. I don't know. But it needs to be worked on. It's just
no. I agree. Miles Sanders only fumbled like that. He was really good with not fumbling the whole year. It's just unfortunate the timing, the game, and yeah, Quez can't get bullied like that. But real quick to your run point, we actually did pretty good against the run. It was 347 passing yards from Dak Prescott. CD Lamb was cooking us.
And I'm gonna bring this up because I know everyone else has brought this up, but like the 3rd down and 30, that will haunt us until at least the playoffs, okay? I don't care what anyone says. Cowboys fans, they acted like this was literally the freaking Super Bowl, and this might be the Super Bowl that they might be earning for literally the remainder of the season. I'm sure after this game, they all went out to restaurants, they all had their beers, they all got drunk, and now they're resent for the next day because they're all acting like they all won the Super Bowl, and it's like, just shut up. Move on, but they won't be quiet because they're cocky Cowboys fans, and they would have never been quiet from the start because we know how Cowboys fans act these days. But them just going crazy on us, like I'm sure they had a few beers, some cigars on them as well. I know they were just like celebrating this like this was the freaking Super Bowl. This might be their Super Bowl, honestly, because I don't think they even reached the Super Bowl to be completely honest. But this might have been their Super Bowl right here.
All right, so hey, I hear you, bro. Before we get you up out of here, let me know how you feel about the Cowboys and do you think the Cowboys are going to be a threat to us later in the year playoff wise, or do you think the Cowboys are going to?
Well, first, if they want to even think about wanting to come up against us, they got to worry about themselves first. They have to worry about getting past the wild card round. Because let's be real, the Eagles in the next in one of these next 2 games, they're going to lock up the number 1 seed. They're going to lock up the NFC East. Okay, let's get that out of our heads. They're winning one of these next 2 games against the Saints or against the Giants, if that even has to come down to it. Which we better demolish the New Orleans Saints because as of right now, their receiving group is looking a little. It's looking a little like mediocre. I mean, their receivers are shredding left and right. Obviously, my former Ohio State Buckeye, Chris Olave, he's down for them. And a couple of other guys are down for them as well. Don't get me wrong. But we just need to be better, especially when it comes to the secondary. I mean, I'm going to go back to that 3rd down and 30, okay? You cannot be allowing that 3rd down and 30. You cannot. Literally, after 2 sacks or maybe 1 sack and a fumble, whatever it was, I don't care. There is no reason in the name of God's life that you should even be allowing a 3rd down and 30 to be converted by Dak Prescott to T.Y. Hilton. There is just no reason and there's no excuse. But we know who was playing the role of the slot. Was it Avonte Maddox? No. It was Josiah Scott. And Josiah Scott, like, what are you doing? What were you doing in that play? Were you going out there falling behind on a walking trail? Like, what were you doing? Were you losing the race like you were in the tortoise and the hare? Like, what were you doing right there matching up against T.Y. Hilton? Like, put your hands up and swat the ball down. It's all you have to do on a 3rd down and 30. I just can't stand it.
Hey, listen, the 3rd and 30 to me, that just destroyed me. I don't understand it. You just can't allow that to happen at all. But before we get you out of here, real quick, before we get you out of here, your confidence level, are you still confident the Eagles can accomplish what they need to accomplish?
I still feel confident that the Eagles can accomplish what they need to accomplish. And that right now is getting the number 1 seed and locking up this NFC East and getting home field advantage. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I have all the confidence in the world in this team because, like, let's be real, okay? The Saints, okay, so looking into the Saints game, their quarterback's Andy Dalton. They're not relying on Jameis Winston for the rest of the season. They're going with Andy Dalton. Their running back room, I think Kamara's down. If not, then they have I think a little bit of depth. As I said before, they're like a little down on receivers right now. Obviously, my boy Chris Olave having a good season from Ohio State. I mean, tight end room can be a little wonky left and right. O-line is like, at times it's wonky, at times it's a solid O-line. And then that defense, you never know what's going to happen with that defense with Marshawn Lattimore, Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, all those guys out there. You don't know what's going to happen. And then the Giants, if we even need to play our starters that game for literally no reason, because let's say if we lose to the Saints for literally absolutely no reason whatsoever, and if we lose that game, I'm going to lose my mind. But if it has to come down to that Giants game, we need it. These next 2 games, whether if it has to come down to the Saints game or the Giants game, I don't care what it has to come down to. We need to give it everything we have based on after that Cowboys game because I know we're mad, we're angry. We need to be the underdogs like we were from 2017. We need to show the NFL who the Philadelphia Eagles really are because on yesterday, we did not show that. We showed that we were sloppy, especially our defense in particular. I'm going to say that right now. Our defense was pretty sloppy, to be completely honest, just allowing 40 points like that. And not to mention, I mean, whoever the quarterback's going to be, I don't know if Hurts is going to be playing this game. How's his throwing shoulder going to be? Is it going to be 100%? Is it going to be 95%? Is it going to be 90%, 85%, 80%? We don't know by any means how Jalen Hurts is going to be in terms of his throwing arm. We just don't know that. So we're going to see what happens in practice this week. Hopefully Jalen Hurts does practice because after that Cowboys game, we're mad. We're angry on how we performed and everything. And, you know, we need to bounce back. This has to be the game that we bounce back on our home turf against the New Orleans Saints. And at the end of the day, we just need to find a way to get the job done. Hopefully next week against New Orleans, and then find our way into the playoffs. Get into the playoffs, grab the number 1 seed, lock up the NFC East, and then rest our starters for Week 18 against those New York Giants. Philly Mike, appreciate you for having me on, man. Once again, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Merry Christmas to everyone that's up in this chat right now. Hopefully everyone enjoys the rest of the time. And Philly Mike, if I don't talk to you from this point on, have a happy New Year as well. But as always, man, even though we went ahead and lost this game, it'll always be Fly, Eagles, Fly.
Perfectly said, my guy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you for letting me on, man. Take care, man. Fly, Eagles, Fly. Merry Christmas, my guy.
You too, bro. All right, we got one more. Shout out to my guy, Drew. Drew's been up in here holding it down. What's going on, Drew?
What's happening? Can you guys see me?
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
All right. Hey, listen, guys. Let me say, look, Philly Mike, Merry Christmas to you and your family, man. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. Please thank your wife for allowing you to come and spend some time with us. I appreciate it, bro. Listen, guys, we're not the Dallas Cow Turds. We're not the Cow Turds. We're not them. So let's not sit up here and sound like them and act like them. Let's just cut it out, okay? Choking is a part of what they do. We know what the Cow Turds are. Just like what we know, the Bears, they are who we thought they were. The Cow Turds are they are who we know they are. Okay? So listen, listen. Last night we went out. My food tasted great last night, even after the loss. The eggnog was still fire. The wine was still good, even after the loss. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. What have the cow turds been crying about or talking about all year? Oh, Micah and the Marauders. That defense is going to carry them. That same defense is trash. Micah Parsons is a beast. Not going to take that from him. How many sacks did he have yesterday, Mike? How many sacks did he have? Even when Lane went down, did they even get a sack yesterday? Did they even get a sack on Gardner Minshew? That vaunted Dallas Cowturds defense let Gardner Minshew put up 34 points on them. That's ridiculous. Okay, yeah, okay. I understand Mike Epps had a big play Slay looking like Cheddar Bob out there on that 3rd and 30. That's trash, right? Okay, inexcusable. And listen, the offense, you cannot allow your defense to go on short fields, on 2 ridiculous turnovers. Short fields. So I don't care how good your defense is. If you give a team a short field, then you're going to get exposed. So that was ridiculous, right? So the 2 turnovers that they took from class, okay, cool. Congratulations. But the other 2 where Boston Scott just dropped the ball and Sanders just dropped the ball, inexcusable. But listen, Cow turds, you are who we know you are. The Eagles are Super Bowl.
I love how you just I love how you say it just so fluently, like that's all I ever call them.
Because that's what they are, Mike. Listen, you know what they talk about? Oh, Dak Prescott owns the NFC East. Okay, cool. You can have that. But you know what? I don't know a Cal Turd fan that would trade Dak's his record against the NFC East compared to the last 5 to 6 years the Eagles has had total, including a Super Bowl victory. You would trade that for Dak's dominance, quote fingers, over the NFC. Okay? Because when was the last time Dak Prescott won a huge game, all for the marbles? Think about it. He chokes. Dak Prescott is 1-3 in the playoffs in 7 years. That's ass. That's trash. Come on. Dak has one more playoff than every quarterback in the NFC East. Pause and think about that. Dak Prescott has just one more playoff win than Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones, and whatever butt-ass quarterback they got down there in Washington. That's horrible, dude. So don't sit here and pump your chest like you did something great yesterday. You did what you were supposed to do. Now, guess what? We still 13-2, and you still 11-4 because you dropped the ball, and you may get punched in the mouth by King Henry on Thursday. So listen, guys, Eagles fans, I'm going to let my man Mike go so he can go drink some eggnog with the fam and open up gifts. We're not the cow turds. Let's not act like them. Let's not behave like them. They're losers. If you're 30 years or younger, the only thing you know as a Cow Turds fan is you've never been past the first round of the playoffs and you've never experienced the NFC Championship game. Guess what? That's ass. Philly Mike, I appreciate you. There is no other content creators like the Philadelphia Eagles creators. That's all of them. Even the new booties are better than the trash-ass Cow Turds fans that have been established. Listen, fly Eagles fly, go Birds, Super Bowl bound. We are 13-2, y'all, not 11-4, which they may be 11-5. All love, Eagles fans. We got this goal.
Hey, listen, sometimes you just need that diehard Eagle fan to come on here and say, forget what happened in the game. The Cowboys are still trash. Look, we had some legit talk about the Cowboys. We had some trash talk about the Cowboys, but that's what we do because the call-in shows are to get the temperature of Eagle Nation. I gave the Cowboys credit as much as I can, and I'm done giving them credit after today. They got the dub. But let me say, I love when an Eagle fan come on here and just let it be known, I don't care what the Cowboys did. Y'all still trash. So it's always good to end on a note like that. And I didn't know Drew was going to give it up like that. but Drew gave it up like that. Shout out to everybody in the building. A lot more Cowboy fans in here than normal because they feeling themselves, and rightfully so. Merry Christmas to everybody, including Cowboy fans. Y'all earn a Merry Christmas from Philly Mike after beating us, but y'all still trash. Or as Shady would say, ass. Nah, I'm just kidding. Dak did his thing. Until next time, it's 2 hours and 20 minutes. I love y'all, but I also love my wife. If I don't get downstairs, I might not have a downstairs to go to. You know what I mean? Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. I'm going to see y'all before New Year's because I'm going to do another video tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. We out. Peace. Oh, whoa. Hit the like button. We got over 300 people in here. There's no reason why we can't get 300 likes. Even Cowboy fans, I've been as nice as possible to y'all. Hit the like button. We out.